values to your kids and become full. Hey guys, good afternoon. Oh my god. Anybody ready for afternoon tea? Who wants afternoon tea? Afternoon is the best time to have tea ever. Chidima, how are you? Welcome. He said, I hope I'm still cooking egusi soup today. I'm not cooking egusi. In fact, I'm not cooking this weekend. I'm here for you. Welcome, Skyline. Welcome. Who dey house? Anybody home? Honestly, you know how these things. I didn't plan to do any show today. I would have announced it yesterday if I planned it, but my spirit is just unsettled about this matter, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about it. Buki, welcome. How are you? Kukwa, how you doing, darling? Ndiama, welcome. Azizat Show, welcome. How's everyone doing? Hassan, welcome. Thank you very much, everybody. Everybody that is stopping by for afternoon tea. Unlimited Grace, thank you. Good morning. Welcome, Lawrence. I see you, Eunice Osage. Welcome. Please give us a thumbs up. This is afternoon and morning tea. Some people in the US are still sleeping. I think some people in Canada are not even up yet. What time is it? It's just past 2 o'clock here in the UK. So anyway, it's not going to be a very long one. I know I say this all the time, but I mean it. It's just a quick afternoon tea for us to have a conversation and discuss about this matter. Yeah, so yesterday we were here for about 2.5 hours talking, deliberating about this matter of Phaedra and Demola. Achowe Saloto, welcome. Dikbo, you are here. Oh, this is a different Dikbo. Larry, this is Larry Dikbo. Welcome. Achowe Salute, I greet everybody. Odion, welcome. How body? Ronke, I see you. Welcome, welcome. Buki Babs. Osara, welcome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's 9:12 in Philadelphia, in the US. I know you guys are just waking up. This is morning tea for you then. This is afternoon tea for us here in the UK, in Europe and in Nigeria. But those of you in the US and in Canada, places like Australia, Azizat, you're in Australia, it's 11:13. Wow. So is it PM? Ooh, so yeah, God this God how did he design this word? Well, some people are just waking up, some people are going to bed. It's 11:13 PM in Australia now. That's people's Australia. I don't think I've ever seen any time zone that is so crazy. Like if somebody like me was to come to Australia, jet lag 1 month. Now I go to suffer from jet lag. Yeah, so we're just gonna get into it, and there's those who are not here can pick it up later. There's something that is bothering me about this matter, and I like clarity a lot. You guys know that I like clarity. I like everything to be neat and all sorted. I like my cupboards, everything to be in its place. Anything that is out of place, it troubles me. I don't have OCD, but I like to be organized. And I'm like that in my thoughts as well. If I feel like a matter is not I haven't done justice to it, or I haven't unraveled it or have enough conversations about it, I'll come back to it again. Good morning, Bingpe. Bawoni, welcome. Morning tea for you in America. Welcome. Like the video, guys. Like the video. Welcome. Yeah. So I was talking about how my brain works. Yeah. Bookie, you are like that, right? I don't like loose ends. Yes. I like to tidy up things neatly. Yeah, we've dealt with it. We can keep it. I'm like that. So since morning, since I woke up, this thing has been troubling me. I feel like we haven't really talked about this matter. There are some areas that we didn't have time to unpack yesterday. Yeah, Abby Ninja, yes. There's more left to unpack on this matter. I'm going to share my link immediately, like I said, because I'm not staying long. If you are like me and you have some things that you feel we haven't touched on this matter yesterday, I'd like you to just jump into the studio and share your thoughts with us, right? So the part I wanted to that was troubling, troubling was I was concerned about, and in my head I was like, no, I think we still need to talk about it. Is the part where Farida said, "I did it for love." I did it for love. So we are talking about the matter between Farida and Ademola, her husband. Let me put the picture. For those of you who don't know them, we were here yesterday covering it. Uh, she said, "I did it for love." So that's the couple. They've not gone their separate way now. We understand that she's 50 years old, and the guy is around maybe 50 or thereabouts as well, or 40 something. I don't know. She said, "I did it for love." Hmm. I did it for love. And it got me thinking what we do, women as women. What are the things that you've done for love? Women, when it comes to love, some women will do anything once they're in love. So the question is, what length do we as a gender, especially those who feel love very deeply, because not every woman that cares about love, oh, majority do, but some women they don't even send any love. Who love help? They'll be like, who love help? I beg go. I don't do love. Let me share this thing on Instagram so that uh people can know that we are here trying to have afternoon tea. Otherwise, they go people will say, Auntie B, we didn't know, you didn't tell us. I didn't plan it, honestly. Emma Binu. It was totally unplanned. Yes, those of you, I'm talking to those people like, Phaedra or Farida, people like us, because I'm a woman like that too. I'm very passionate when it comes to love. I love love. I love love. And I've loved, and in the past, the things that, you thought love was, but you find out that, it's just been silly. You're just being silly. Hmm? Kukwan said that something similar is happening today, an acquaintance of theirs. Really? Wow. The things women do for love, oh, my people. Our gender, we too like love. We too like love, oh. Love, one thing. Hmm? Incidentally, when it comes to marriage, I mean, I'm talking about Christian marriages now. Uh, the Bible didn't tell us as Christians to love. I keep wondering about that. Why is it that women feel love so much? Maybe that's why God instructs husbands to love their wives. Because God knows that a primary need for women is love. Abibeko, we love love. We love love so much. Eh? If you want a woman to be happy, if you want her to have a long and happy life, give her love, give her affection. Just be all those romance. We love it so much. Honey, babe, am I right?
Angie B, good afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
everybody.
Good
I'm
afternoon,
actually
darling.
having I'm actually having afternoon tea.
Yeah. Oh, you have an afternoon. Cheers, darling.
Non appetite. I
Cheers.
always have my English breakfast tea. I'm not a coffee
Cheers.
drinker.
Cheers. Although my own is not tea, my own is water.
I'm not.
Mhm.
um, yeah, I don't know how to say it. For us as women, we're very emotional, and a key thing is that we love deeply. As much as you hear me saying and putting on my accountability, I'm very passionate with love. But what I've realized is that you can't chase love. The more you chase it, the more it will run away from you. What I give you my own life experience. When I was much younger, I met my first boyfriend when I was doing my A levels, and at that time, I was doing, whatever, that kind of thing. I wasn't really into him. And the way he treated me like a queen, I found that because of my independence and the type of character I have, there was, I'm not trying to say anything nasty, but at that time, your first love, I wasn't
First
really
love.
into it because
That is
you
it.
don't know anything about it. So for
That
me,
is it.
it was like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like I wasn't really, oh, my love, my love, my love. And he was so into me. And the way he treated me and that experience really resonated. And when I was older in other relationships, I noticed I was getting more desperate. I was doing, or I would, like I said, when I put my accountability hat on, it's because of the things I've done. I'm not saying I haven't done silly things like buy stuff for a guy or be going to the house and cook and silly things like that. But I noticed when I did things like that, the love wasn't there on his side because he
Right.
saw my desperation. So what I'm
Yes.
going to say in those two examples is that you
Mhm.
have to have a sense of self-love, as I said to you yesterday. And most men will be attracted to that. My partner, the one I'm with now for my first son, I'm very independent because I've learned from other relationships and the fact that we broke up before. And I think I love him deeper for the fact that how he accepts my independence. He accepts that I express myself in certain ways and he doesn't try and put me in a box. And what I think women need to realize is that you can be yourself and you
Mhm.
can still love, but you can't love to a stage where, how do I describe it? You can't love to a stage where there's nothing else out there
You
because
lose
men,
yourself.
yeah,
You lose
sorry, that's,
yourself
thank you. I'm trying to
completely.
articulate. Yeah, where you lose yourself of yourself. And I
Right.
think men are not attracted to that because when you're desperate, when you act in a certain way, men are not attracted to that. I'm not saying
So
you should. Mhm.
so thank you, honey babe. Yeah. So that you just hit the nail on the head where I was going to. I think some women who love passionately, they love
Yes,
deeply. We love
yes.
to a point whereby the problem is that a woman like that will not allow the man to be a man anymore.
Thank you very much. I did
When you
that when
start
I was much younger.
doing
Yeah.
things, when you start doing things that you're not supposed to do for the man,
Yes.
for instance, the issue of the matter on ground that we're talking about, this Phaedra and Demola paying for a wedding, bringing a man
Mm,
into your house.
mm,
So from everything
mm,
that we know now
mm,
from this couple,
mm,
it is
mm.
obvious that that man was not even in a place to get married. He had just
He wasn't.
come out of prison. He was
Yeah.
homeless. He has
Yeah.
no job. What is it? I mean, when you come out of prison and you have all these issues, you should try and
Mm,
sort yourself out first. The first thing you should be thinking of is not marriage. Is how okay, how am I gonna get into society now? Been to correction or whatever they call it. Okay, pick up the pieces of my life and try to make something, get yourself accommodated, start a business or start doing something to earn an income. Marriage should not be the first. But you see what Phaedra did, and we're not
mhm.
saying this to judge her. We're just
No.
saying because
Lessons.
you know who Phaedra reminds me of? She reminds me of Tonto DK. Women who love very
Yeah.
deeply,
Yeah.
they also hurt very deeply as well. So she became like a rehabilitation center for him. Took him in, went to borrow money. That is
Mm,
another part of it that I can't get my head around, honey babe.
yeah.
Who goes to the
Mm,
bank to go and borrow money allegedly to do big wedding for somebody that is not like what was it bringing to the table? So the point is, when women love too deeply like that,
mhm.
I think some men feel emasculated by it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's not attractive to them, like you said.
it it is very true because my partner, the one I'm with, when he came, he was still sorting out his papers, and I had this instinct, oh, let me help him with this, let me help me with that, and a friend said to me, no, let him help himself. Now he educated himself, got his degree, got his master's, and is in a better position. But instinctively, I wanted to do that. If it wasn't for a good friend advising me, don't do that, because as much as you're trying to help him, he will not take it that way. Because some men, as much as you're trying to say you have a good job and he doesn't, and you want to help them, in terms of buying stuff for them, helping them with courses, advising them, putting money in their account, they
You
will not
become like a
appreciate it.
mommy. You
You
become
become
like a
like their
mommy.
mummy. Yeah,
That's
and
the
the
role of
problem
a
is,
mother.
yeah, yeah, and that's not your role. You're their partner. And the thing is that as much as you expect them to appreciate it, like she expected Brother Demola to appreciate it, he will not respect her for it because he feels emasculated. Because, like I said, men are very territorial. Men are natural hunters. They need to do these things. They need to sort themselves out. They need to level up. If they need to get a house, let them get a house. Why are you buying a house for them? If they
Hold
need
on.
to get a job, get a job. If
Yes,
they
let
need
me
to
tell
do
you.
certain things, it's not for you to do that. It will go back in your face. It will not. I don't know how to explain it to you, but for me, it would just basically mess you up because you expect them to appreciate you, and they throw it back in your face like this gentleman did.
Yes. So, especially Nigerian men, they need
Yes,
to have
because
that
yeah,
sense of I am a man. Because let's be honest with ourselves, the way Nigerian men usually, because we say Nigerian men are not romantic, you
yeah,
know, but the way they show their love, the way the average Nigerian man will show his love for a woman that he loves, or the way he will show that, okay, I am the man in this marriage or this relationship is by giving you money.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
understand?
That's true.
So when you now put yourself as a woman in a position whereby you are the one that is like you basically like the primary, you are the caregiver. You are the
Yeah,
True. You are the one that is providing. You're doing everything. He feels like he's not operating in his office as a
yeah,
husband,
yeah.
and that
And
is a problem.
Yeah, yeah. As I said to you before, Auntie, as I said to you before, Auntie B, I've been guilty. I've been definitely guilty of that. When I met my partner, I was in a much better job. I was contracting, doing very, very well. He had just entered the country like 5 or 6 years ago, still hustling, hadn't got his papers and all that. And I was guilty of trying to do those things. But within about a couple of months, I had to check myself that, you know what, I have to step back. I have to let him take control. I have to do what he has to do. And he has done those things years later. But I think it's an instinct that us women need to really check in ourselves that you cannot help a man be a man. You have to let them do what they have to do. If they fall down, like, when you have a baby that is learning to walk, they will fall down, but they will get back up. And it's not for you to take that responsibility to help them to get back up, because like I said to you before, it will get thrown back in your faces. They will not appreciate it. For me personally, let a man be a man.
So Lawrence is saying there's actually nothing wrong for a woman to pay for their wedding. We are
That's
missing
for
the
you.
point. Hold on. We are missing the point here. It may just be a mental issue. The Bible has all we need to know about marriage. So I don't think
I
it's
don't
right for
believe
a
no.
woman to pay for a wedding.
Unacceptable. No, I don't believe that, because you're
Mm-mm.
marrying yourself, like Tonto did. A
Yes.
man is the one that put the man. I'm not. Please don't come for me. But technically, the man is the one that asked you to marry him. He proposes to you.
Yes.
So for me, if you,
Even if you
sorry, I
are
let you
going to
talk.
contribute, I'm not saying leave all the first of all, do the wedding that you can afford. Okay? Part
Sorry.
of the point, I see what you are trying to say, Lawrence, but part of the reason why Phaedra, her mental health, like you rightly mentioned, may be suffering, is because of the bese that she's going to put on her head because she
Mm,
wanted to do a massive wedding. Do a wedding
mm,
that you can afford. If the man can afford parlor wedding, do it. Don't say because you are a woman. I think this is the lessons I want we women to learn from this today. I do appreciate what you are saying, Lawrence, but I think women should just we need to take a step back and allow men to operate in their position as a man, because African men are not this kind of men that you want to say, oh, we are equals in marriage. No, the patriarchy thing is real. The headship thing is real in all, whether it's traditional marriage, Islamic marriage, and really church marriages in Nigeria. The man is the head of the family. We all believe this. We all operate in that office. So if you're not saying you are the head, and the woman is trying to, because the reason why I'm saying is that some men may take it as you are trying to take over. You're trying to be, you're trying to be the head of the family because you are the one that has money, you are spending. So what am I
mm.
here for? They will feel useless.
The thing is, Auntie B, I agree with what you said, because if you're the one that's paying for everything, the man's going to say, you know what, she's doing everything. Why am I going to bother? And like that gentleman, he just turned up to the wedding. She had to beg him. And he was not interested because it's like she's doing everything. When you're the one doing everything as a woman, the guy would just lean back and just relax, and he will not respect you for it. Because
Yes,
as I said to you, a man needs to be a man.
yes.
Yes, you're right that afford the wedding that you can do. If I was
Do
to
the
get
wedding that
married
you
again,
can
I
do.
would do registry. I will not do the crazy, big,
You
big,
don't need
crazy
to
wedding I did
do
before.
Yeah, I think part of it again, because she's a socialite, and of course, she's been fighting with a lot of people. That's another aspect of the matter I wanted to bring out. Everybody told her not to do it. Her friends all told her not to do it. That's a big part of it I wanted to talk about. When everybody is saying don't do something, okay, so when you want to do something, some people might have an issue with it. Maybe for whatever reason. For instance, one of your parents or your parents might say, we don't approve. But if everybody around you is warning you against doing something,
You should
usually
listen. Yeah.
there's a good reason why they think you shouldn't do it. And I
If
think you should
somebody's saying the
listen.
same thing, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
somebody's saying the same thing, then I think that you should obviously ask yourself, why is everybody saying that you shouldn't marry this guy or whatever they said? It's a lesson, because there are envious friends and there's some friends that are not good friends. But if you got someone saying the same thing, certain people saying the same thing consistently, then you need to ask yourself. And like I said, this is not her first rodeo. This is what I said yesterday. She's been
Yeah.
married 3 times. You've had the big first wedding, probably the second big wedding. Do you really need to have a massive wedding again? Just have something low key,
You need to
and just,
listen.
yeah.
Our gender need to listen more. Don't be so once you are in love, you just feel like, oh, it's us against the world. You all of you can F
Yeah.
off. It's me
Yeah.
and him. What if the man, like Demola did now, decide to just, put you outside? What are you gonna do? That's why she was so broken, because she turned against everybody because of this man. And now the teen, only 2 months later, they start having problem. Who's she gonna run to? All her friends that she was supposed to, when you're going through things, you go to your family, you go to your close friends, right? They're the ones that will hold your hand, you will cry on their shoulders, they will encourage you, they will give you counsel, they will give you encouragement and all that good stuff. But if you isolate yourself because you want to marry and you cut yourself off from everybody because you say this is endless love, it's me and you, Romeo and Juliet, it's us, it's Bonnie and Clyde, then if anything happens, shower gas, you are on your own, my sister. You are on
That
your
is true.
own.
That is true, Auntie B, because a lot of women, and I've done that in certain relations, well, it's me and the guy against the world, and you cut yourself from everybody. And what you need to understand, and people may think, I mean, a man is just a man. A man will relationships break up. A man will leave you, and at the end of the day, you've now sacrificed your friendships, your relationships, your family for a man. I'm not trying to be condescending or trying to be rude, but at the end of the day, family and friends are very important, because at the end of the day, if there's any issues, you can now confide in these families and friends when you have issues. To
Yes.
have this, love is sweet, and like I said, love is
Love
sweet.
is
It's a
too
beautiful
sweet.
thing.
That is the
But
problem.
yeah,
You
but at the
see,
end of the, mm,
because you see, you just said it again, honey babe. I'm loving this conversation, by the way, guys. Please give us a thumbs up and jump into the studio if you want to contribute as well. We are having a conversation. I'm not just doing an oratory here or just talking by myself. I want us to have a conversation. Wow, women, it's like somebody said that one of our sisters once upon a time told us that some women, love is like a high for them.
ah,
Yes, they can't get off that high. They need to have it because there's a way, especially new love, the way it shacks you. The thing will be shacking you like if you don't see them, you cannot breathe, you cannot eat. Oh, endless love. We all have all those, first love stories now.
I'm
You know,
guilty of that as well.
ah,
Definitely, we've all had our endless love moment. But I think with experience and with the fact that you need to understand, and when you mention the fact that some women have it as a high, normally they're substituting some issues or some trauma to obviously say that they're so addicted to that idea of love. Normally there is, I'm not saying I'm a psychiatrist, but normally there's an issue in the past or an issue that's why they're substituting what they haven't got. Maybe they've not had their father in the picture, or maybe they've had a very bad relationship, so they've now decided to now hang on to the idea of love and take it as a high, as a, what I'm talking about. And you need
yes,
to understand that love is sweet, but at the end of the day, there's more. You still have to get on with the rest of your life. I mean, many times I remember when I was dating my partner, I would say to my employer that, oh, I'm sick, so that we can go to Brighton for the day. We did silly things like that. I don't know if other people have done silly things
of
like that,
course,
but
of course.
I'm just trying to understand that you need to understand and be more mature, that love is sweet. But when you get to a certain age, and I don't want to like age shame her, but I just don't expect that this type of nonsense behavior. She should have composed herself and be a bit more mature with the drama that happened.
Yeah. So there's something I want to share here, guys. Give us a thumbs up and please come into the studio. Um, I want to share this because I saw this morning and it made a whole lot of sense with me. Somebody said that a man broke up with her and the girl is amazing in quotes because she's too independent and he can't control her. You
See,
know,
that's what.
We talked about this control thing. We talked about this control thing many times. Control is a big deal for a lot of
Well,
Nigerian men. I'm not going to say all of them, but most Nigerian men, especially the ones that are domiciliary in Nigeria, the ones that are living in Nigeria, control. They always feel like you have to control somebody. Okay, let me read it for you so that you see where I'm going to in terms of if you are looking at the power dynamics between this Demola and Farida's marriage. So it's a WhatsApp chat message. And she said, hope you got the food. The dispatch rider will bring you the necklace and palms tomorrow. I hope you like them. So she's sending him food. She's sending him palm sandals and necklace. That's our sister. Oh. Struggle love. Struggle love never ends well. Struggle
well,
love.
it never ends well.
Anyway, and he said, "Oh, thank you, Mama." When I finish reading the whole thing, I feel like this Mama is not the way I said it is like Mama. Like there's a difference between Mama and Mama.
Mm.
Mama is your mother. Mama is maybe your babe or your wife. But in the context of this thing, I think it is Mama. This uncle means. I think we need to talk. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm here, babe. What's up?" And the man said, "Babe, you're an amazing woman. A sweet soul, very beautiful, intelligent and smart, independent woman." All great stuff, right? How
Yeah.
can you argue with that? And she was like, "Oh, oh." And uncle was like, "Wait, wait. Okay, wait. Don't oh. Don't the oil is don't be quick. Just wait, wait. I'm coming. I've not finished yet. Cool down. Cool down." And he went on to say, "But that's the problem. You are too independent. I feel useless in this relationship.
You see?
I can't even act like a man sometimes. I am even scared. I can't control you. And that's a problem for me. I don't think I want to settle down with someone who won't be submissive." And then he went on to say, "Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you are not submissive, but what if you change?" I had to really, really pause there because he said, "Oh, you are submissive now, but what if you change? Or let it get into your head." Let what get into your head? That she's independent and because or that she has more money than you, she's buying you stuff and you can't control her. And then he went on to say, "This has been bothering me and I'm sorry I took this long to say it. Maybe I don't deserve you." Oh, you know that what that means? That's 101 of gaslighting. I don't deserve you. When people want to break up with you, maybe because they have another side chick or they are somewhere else, men usually like people that they are better off than in terms of finance, especially. It's true. All these ones that come to you because they say you are independent, you are this, they struggle. And this uncle was obviously struggling. He said, "It's really been bothering me, and I'm sorry I took this long to say it. Maybe I don't deserve you. You're a good person, and I hope you find someone better." And she just hissed and said, "I have to literally do that." Oh, and it's not you, it's
It's
me.
me. That's what they
It's
say.
me. It's not you, it's me. Do you get
Just
what I'm
like.
saying? Honey, babe, can you
And
see now?
did you break up with her on a text?
It did.
See, to me, she's had a lucky escape
Yes.
there and then. Because for me, I'm all about. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but for you to even break up with someone, you don't even have the manners or the balls to even break up with someone in person. That's a no for me. So for me, she had a lucky escape. And I mean, there is a fine line between like I said, being independent, which we spoke about before, you have to have your money because you don't know what's going on, and being a bit over the line in terms of being a bit too aggressive in the way that you have money as a woman. But for me personally, for him to say the word control is a red flag for me already. Because when someone wants to control you, there is normally a fine line towards DV, because I don't believe any human being should be controlling anybody. Marriage or a relationship is a partnership. So I don't understand these words control. It strikes fear into me because I don't understand why you would want to control another human being.
Yes.
So
So
for me, yeah, sorry, Anthony.
Lawrence is echoing what you're saying. Lawrence said, if you control your wife or husband, it means you don't want them to leave you. It's it's as a result of fear. Very, very
Yeah.
correct.
Mm.
So control is a byproduct of fear.
Why would you need to control someone? Like you said that we spoke about this whole submit narrative. And for me, we've all said this, and I think you've mentioned it, Auntie B. A woman would submit to you without you saying submit, because you would do certain things that she will want to submit to you. But I do
So
believe you're supposed to submit one to each other, the husband and the wife. Maybe
no,
I'm wrong,
no,
but that's what
no.
I've always thought.
That's what is in the Bible, but most Nigerians don't read that part of it.
I know that, right?
But Lawrence is making me laugh with the second sentence here on his what he said. Or he said it's as a result of fear. It's a sign that the controller, the person doing the control, is not with Jesus. Lawrence, please don't make me laugh. Why you can't bring Jesus inside this matter now? Oh, I was enjoying you 1 minute because he's not with you. Ah, but you are right. That person is not with Jesus. Anybody that want to
Yeah.
control another person, you need Jesus.
Definitely, definitely, definitely.
Oh my God.
I think it's to me, it's control is a very scary word for me. I don't think that you shouldn't be controlling anybody. And if you really understand the essence of marriage, I mean, I know we mentioned this partnership, some people disagree, but I believe that yes, women have their own roles and men have their own roles, but essentially it's a partnership. And you're not supposed to be controlling each other. The partnership will have certain dynamics in the way that the woman does things, and the men do things. But it's definitely a partnership. There shouldn't be any control. That word should not be in a marriage or in a relationship, as far as I'm concerned.
All right. Thank you so much, honey babe. Really appreciate you for
Thank
jumping
you.
in. Hope you are enjoying your afternoon tea. I am
I
enjoying
am. Thank you
mine.
very much. Have a good
All right,
afternoon,
darling.
everybody. Take
You
care.
too.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Yes, that was honey babe. Please jump into the studio. I want us to have a conversation around this. Adongo Lily said, Auntie B, my understanding is that the man doesn't want to be treated like a child. Yes, you are right. She was doing too much for him. He was living, the fact that she was living in his house, it's not every man that is comfortable. Most Nigerian men don't even want, they want the woman to come to their house. Even if you have a mansion and they live in a bungalow, leave your mansion and come to their bungalow. In their head, is a woman that moves into a man's house. So you see the dynamics there. And Temiti is saying something very, very important here, that it's common in Nigeria that people will be saying that if you can't control your wife, that means you are not a man. The narrative tends to affect most of our men. Absolutely spot on. Can you see the power dynamics now between Demola and Farida? Farida was the one that she did too much. She did too much. It was too much. So I'm asking the question, the length that women will do. What length will you go? Hmm? When it comes to this love, ìfẹ́ ni, ìfẹ́ ni, ìfẹ́ ló tì mí, ìfẹ́. Yes, women will submit naturally. You don't need to control. Once you treat them well, submission is easy. Buki, thank you so much for that Canadian $10. Appreciate you for the super chat. God bless you. Adewale, welcome, my darling. Welcome to afternoon tea. How are you? Unmute
Hello,
yourself.
hello, Auntie B.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah. Thank you. It's raining here, so the weather is a bit dull.
Is it?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
We have a very
yeah.
beautiful summer day today. Oh, sun is blasting. I didn't use any lighting, and look how clear my video is. Go
It's
ahead.
raining here. There's no sun. So the case of Mr. Demola and Mrs. Farida's relationship is something I've seen a lot,
Mm-hmm.
where the woman is basically taking care of everything. There's this common like narrative in America, especially in Black America, where you know the guy would be in prison, and then the lady would go there in prison. She would take care of him,
Some
send
of them
him
even
money.
some people in it's only in America I've seen where inmates, people who are even facing the pie, they
They
will have
get
women
married,
writing letters to them that they want to
writing
marry them.
letter. They'll
You
get
get
married to
married in
them in
no crazy
prison.
thing.
When the
Yeah,
guy comes outside, they'll take care of the guy, get him a house, do everything.
our gender.
And in
We need
Nigeria, it's
deliverance.
like it's kind of similar where the lady will be the one providing for the man. The man
Yes,
would not have any job. You take care of him, buy him clothes, get him a house where he stays, get him an expensive car, even the wedding. You handle everything. You take care of the guy's family, his brother, his sister, and you do all this thing. And I don't want to say it's a conclusion, but I've just assumed that for guys, when we see lady do this thing, it's some form of desperation. I'm just going to be honest. It's some of desperation because
preach. Hmm.
naturally the man is supposed to be the one doing all these
Oh
things.
yes,
Even if
absolutely.
even if the guy is raised abroad where he believes in 50-50, there's a part of a man where he feels or he would want to provide or take care of his woman. Naturally, feel like if you're in love with a lady, you like a lady. Naturally, as a man, there's a part of you that would want to provide for her. But if you're not letting the man do all these things and you're doing everything, he's gonna feel displaced. Like, why am I even here? What's my input in this
What's my
relationship?
contribution? What do I
What's my
bring?
contribution? And
Yeah,
I know, like, even the WhatsApp text where you read, the control part was just messy for me. But the part where he said he felt useless in the relationship,
that was
that
deep.
I believe that part. That was
Yes,
deep because he
yes.
actually felt he's not making any
Any
contribution. So
contribution? Yes. He said, I
he
feel
should
useless. And
useless. He
he
should
finished praising the girl. He said, you are this, you are that. He didn't even say that she's not submissive. He said, what if you? He said, I feel useless.
useless.
Adewale, you have perspective. That is
He
the main
feels
thing.
useless.
She's sending him food. She's sending him pounds and that. She's, if
Clothes.
she can. Do you know how many things she's done for him?
You're basically his mom.
Child.
That's what it is. You're basically his mom. You clothe him. You get him a car. Even sometimes some ladies even borrow money to take care of the man. Like, what's that? How would you borrow money to take care of a man? Like, I don't know any other culture. In our culture, the man is the one who gets married to the lady.
Mm-hmm.
So he should be the one taking care of the wedding because he's the one getting married to you,
Mm-hmm.
not the other way around.
Not the other
So
way
if you're
around.
if you're doing all these things, you're basically his guardian. This is not a relationship anymore. This is like a mom
You're
or an
like a
aunt to
mom.
take. You're like a mom. You're taking care of him. So you should let the man be a man, even if it's a one room place he can afford to put you in or take you. Let him do it. Just let him do it. I think there's some ladies who maybe they'll feel uncomfortable letting the man do it, but you have to let him do it. It's not for him, it's actually for you. Because
Mm.
then he learns to take care of you. He learns to be a man in the relationship, a man who's
Yeah.
supposed to take care of you. But if you're
Yeah.
doing it,
Yeah, she stepped in when she thought, oh, he's out of prison, he doesn't have any income. Let me help him. Maybe he will show appreciation by loving me.
it doesn't work that way.
It didn't work. It didn't
It doesn't
work.
work that way. It doesn't work
Yeah,
that way. I
yeah.
get you might want to help, but like basically doing everything for him, not even letting him figure out what he's supposed to do for himself. That's a red flag.
Hmm.
It is. Because
Hmm.
you're already taking his position. You're not letting him be a man. So
Yeah.
maybe if a problem happens in the relationship, you lose your job, he wouldn't know what to do. He'll just be there like, what am I supposed to do now? You've lost it. You should let the man be a man. I think that's
Hmm.
that's the summary of today's conversation is
Yes.
let the
Let a
man
man
be a
be a
man
man.
in
Women,
the
stop trying
relationship.
to take you
So
take too much on. I know your shoulders are very broad. You can carry you are like Jesus who carried the sin of the whole world.
yeah,
But
yeah,
learn to take a step back. But you know what, Adewale, I can tell you as a woman myself, it can be a little bit difficult for a woman who is very much in love with a man do.
I
women
know.
naturally we are nurturers. We want to make things
Yes.
better. So
Yes.
if they see a man that needs cleaning, they will clean him up. You need clothes. Oh, you don't have clothes like that until now. Send him pants, slippers. Send him food.
Everything. Everything.
It's just
I've
nurturing.
seen
It's
this
natural
so
for
many
us.
times. I've seen this so many times, and the man does not even appreciate all this thing you're doing
He prefer.
behind
You know
your
what the
back.
man will appreciate? Adewale, that man that I was reading his story that he said, I feel useless in this relationship. He will go and look for another girl who,
Yes,
even the little he has, if he can give her a recharge card, he will
he
feel
would.
that adoration that, oh, I'm
Yes,
doing this for her. He will appreciate
exactly.
that girl more than the one that is sending
More
him
than
money.
you. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. He wouldn't appreciate like the way he would talk about you. He would talk about you like the way he would talk about his mom. This guy they do this thing for me. Oh. I dey appreciate this guy. Did, but he wouldn't talk about you in like in the romantic sense. Like this time my girl, oh, I did take care of her. Like that kind of thing. He wouldn't talk about you that way.
Yeah.
You don't want the man to talk about you the way he talks about his mom.
Yeah.
That
Because
that
we know what moms do.
it's different. Like the
Moms
love
are
of
the
man
ones that cook, clean, look
cook,
after you.
clean, look after you, take
But
care of
you
you,
don't
and
have
all
any
that.
romantic kini with
There's
your
He's
mom.
not there. He's not
So
there. You
again,
should
maybe
let.
that perhaps led to why they were having issue in the bedroom at the Wale. I don't know if you
Of
were here
course,
yesterday.
he
Remember?
would be. It's going to be part of it. It's going to be part of it. Like Auntie B, you were saying, oh, the guy was calling the lady mom. Like for me, once the guy start calling you mama, he really means you're his mama. There's there's no other meaning. Once the guy start calling you
Nobody should
mama,
call me mama. It's only my children that are allowed to call me mama. If you are not my child, you call
I
me
don't know
mama.
how we are getting it twisted in Nigeria. Once a guy you like start calling you mama, he really
Mama.
means you're his mama. There's no other like meaning. Because if a guy
Ladies, I
likes you,
hope Jen, but are you listening? And they
if
will
a
say
guy
any husband or boyfriend is calling you mama. It's
if a
not
guy likes you,
Allah
he wouldn't
you.
call you mama. He would
Hello,
call you
mama.
mama. No, 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 no. That's not. Just let the guy take care of you. Even
Adewale.
if it's an Android phone or something he can buy, let him do it.
I think the words of most Nigerian men come from when they're able to take care of their woman.
Yeah, if it's not even just Nigerian man, like the average man has a part of him. If he
Yes.
likes the lady, he would want to do something. But if
uh
you're doing everything, there's nothing for him to do. He's
Yes.
just gonna be there looking
And
like
he's going to get bored.
bored. Like, why am I even in this
Yes.
relationship?
So women, because we are women, we think like women. And for us women, when you are doing everything for a man, you should when you are doing everything for somebody, they should show appreciation and give you love,
I get
right?
that.
But in the dynamics of romantic
Relationship.
relationships and marriage, it doesn't follow.
It
They're
doesn't
going to
follow. It doesn't
resent you.
follow. It doesn't
Yes, they
follow.
will.
It doesn't follow.
Mhm.
Like I
Yes.
get that some ladies also want to be like it's a sign of showing that you're independent. But independence means you're independent like for your own self.
For yourself, not to be carrying load before you. You see this one that is sending pants, slippers, and sending food. Now they are not even married yet, too. She's
They're
already
not
taking
married.
care of. She's already taking care of him.
They're not married. Like you're already like buying him clothes, feeding him, buy him shoes. Even some ladies even pay for the guy's school fees. I've
They
seen
pay
that.
accommodation. I saw another one today. Let me figure it out, Adewale, so that we'll look into it together. This one, I saw it on Gist Lover. They said that the girl, I don't know them. I don't think they are that famous, but there's a lesson behind it. She's a Emirates air hostess, right?
Oh, okay.
And she decided to go to Nigeria and got this guy and rented him an apartment. This is very, very relevant to what we are talking about now.
Yes.
Women trying to murder their romantic affiliations and romantic lovers or husbands. So, according to the story, it's very, very related. Let me just go through it very briefly. She's on the one on the left, right? So, she's the one that got the man in the middle. She got him a house. She got him, car, her own cars. But this one was smart though, right? She was smart. You see the car, she got them in her name. Do you understand? But it was the guy that was driving it, and he was using it to flex
Of
around.
course. Of
Mm-hmm.
course.
Eh? She even took him to Dubai because she works for Emirates, right? And they pay very well. You see, beautiful girl. Can you see how beautiful she is? I've I love Emirates Airlines because those airlines are the, as far as I'm concerned, I've not seen any other airline as good as Emirates. The way their economy is like business class. They take care of you, eh? Jesus. Anyway, she was taking care of this guy, oh, doing everything, giving him her cars and everything, rented an apartment for him, all the way from Niger. She imported him, everything. Do you know what the guy did? He brought another girl to the house that she rented for him. See, that's the
Very
cars
typical.
that she bought. The guy brought another girl to the house she rented for him in Lagos that she was paying
Very
for.
typical.
So she
Very
now saw the
typical.
picture and the girl posted the other. You see, I was saying that if you spend on them, they will go and spend on other people. She now
Yes.
went, these are younger people. So, okay, we can excuse their behavior even. So the one was spending on one, and the man was spending on the other, was spending on his side chick.
Of course.
They said she was sending money to the girls. GLB said that she does everything for him, spending almost all her money on him. She sent money to the boy's mother, the sister, and
Take
then
care
what
of
did he
his
do?
family.
Do you know what he did? He was not feeling like, sometimes when you propose too much, you will not feel like you are the owner. No, 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 no. I'm serious. When you too borrow, over time, you feel like, oh, it's me that owns it. You've forgotten that you are borrowing, that the owner can take it. So
Yes.
this uncle now was feeling like, oh, I'm driving all this luxury car. I'm living in this fantastic apartment. So let me carry Omo. Now carry the Omo. He didn't just carry Omo, he carried the Omo to the house. They say the girl that he carried is called Sandra. Took her to the house that the other girl who works and pays his bills rented for him the apartment. And the girl took picture and posted it on Instagram. Wahala, Instagram wahala no go end. So
My
that guy,
boyfriend's living in Lekki.
yes, and then the original owner that has the thing that is borrowing, that uncle is proposing, saw it. So he went there and system, he just used system, collected all his cars and everything, and tell him, uncle, you gotta go. Pack your shit. In Angela Bassett, that movie, how Stella got, I will never forget that movie. How Stella got her groove back. He said, pack your shit and get out.
And get out.
That's how
Yes.
she got rid of him. He was using anti-Emirates money to fund. That is it, the normal Nigerian man for you.
We used to fund the girlfriend
Fund the girlfriend. Yes.
he actually likes. Very typical. It's
Yeah.
just
That's
because he
another
doesn't
example. I've
he
given you
doesn't
two examples now, in case you are
yes.
still there thinking if I fund him that he will love me. Okay. You
You
got it.
can't you can't you can't you can't buy love. That's one. And two, you can't make someone love you out of loyalty. It doesn't work. I think I also think ladies also feel like, oh, if I take care of him, if I do this for him, he's going to be loyal to me, he's going to be faithful to me. It doesn't work that way. You
Mm-hmm.
can't you can't expect someone to love you out of loyalty just because you did this.
Or out of
You
pity.
need
Let's
you
try
need
pity. Loyalty is
pity.
a better word, but pity.
You should want the person to want to love you,
Mm-hmm.
not like the person loving you out of loyalty. That's why
Yes.
also this is also part of this struggle of like concept where people would think, oh, I struggled with him when he had
Mm.
nothing,
And now,
he
and
did
now he
this,
has something he's done to me. Yes.
something, he should be
Yes.
loyal to me. It doesn't work
Yes.
that way. It
Yes.
doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
If the man doesn't love you, he doesn't love you. He's not
It
going
happened
to.
now. That's exactly what happened to Farida. I never believed that, that Demola loved her. I never for once believed that this man had any outer. Somebody, when we were doing the show yesterday, Adewale, the person said that they were not talking, that they had to beg him to come for the wedding.
Of course, he looked like in. I mean, the wedding video you showed us,
I
he
still
looked
have
like
it here.
someone that felt very uncomfortable being there, like
Yes.
someone that, oh, you just said come, and he walked reluctantly to the
Okay, we
wedding.
already paid for her. We paid for drinks. We paid for
Exactly.
don't
Do-
disgrace me.
Don't embarrass me. You should come.
Just come. Yes.
That's how he felt.
Hmm.
That's how it felt.
Come on,
So I
show.
just,
I didn't
I
see
just,
him smile. Not once did he smile. How can you be getting married and you never smiled? It's because she's the one that, like, she's marrying herself. You were just there as a representative. Pé, kò stand, pé, there's no way we can do wedding without man. She's the one
yeah,
happy, smiling,
of course,
dancing, and
smiling
everything.
and
Look at him.
everything.
He was just frowning his face as if they
He's
forced
just
him.
there. He's just there. And there's also something I want to say. Like I listened to Jola's podcast, and there's something she always says. She would say, if a Nigerian man likes you, you would know. He said she will say he would show it with his actions. You would know. And if a Nigerian man likes you, you would know because he will be doing things for you, he will be buying you stuff,
And
he
he
will be
would do
doing
it
all
with pride. Why
because
is all
that's
African
with
women,
pride.
all black women are always, talking about Nigerian women and Nigerian men?
Yes,
Because this
it's
is the way Nigerian men show their love. It's by
that's the
taking
way we
care
are
of you.
trained. That's
If
the
he's
way we
not
are
taking
trained
care
to
of you, he
show our
doesn't
love.
love you.
It's that simple. It's that simple. He would show it by taking care of you, buying you things, buying you this one, buying you that one. But if you're the one doing everything, he's just sitting there. Of
You
course, he
see,
has someone else he loves.
if you are the one doing everything, you love yourself. You are in love with yourself. Lobaton. That's
Exactly,
just it.
exactly.
Mm.
And
Thank you.
I also think like there's some like these women also, some of them, they don't like the idea of being alone,
Yeah.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
once they one relationship is done, like 2-3 months after that, they
Mm-hmm.
get into another relationship,
Yes.
and then
They
you
don't
start
like being
stereo
alone.
dating.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
date
that's the
this
high
man,
we're talking about. They get their high from,
you date
love.
that man, you date this one, you date that one. Men, I don't know, men can sense desperation in women. It's just I don't know how we do it, but we can sense it.
Because men are hunters. You like to chase. Okay, the analogy even pastors use is PK use it all the time. You are a man and they will imagine as a hunter. Let's talk literally now. That you go to
Yes,
Oko, you want to go and hunt, and you now see one rabbit chasing you. Is it not weird?
it's gonna
You are the
feel
one
very
that's supposed
weird.
to be hunting, but the rabbit is chasing you.
It's gonna feel very weird.
Is it not? Is it not? If you see rabbit
What's
chasing, you see
this?
rabbit chasing rabbits. And yeah, ayere o.
It's gonna
This
feel
one.
very weird.
Olowo ayenu. Ah.
Just let
Mm.
the man be the man. I think that's the
Let
summary
the
of
man
what I want
chase
to say.
you. Let the man pursue you. Stop pursuing men.
And
Don't use
stop
money to
letting
pursue
men call
them.
you mama. It's not that mama sita, whatever. It's
Adewale,
it
you mean
doesn't mean
business with this
baby. It's
mama thing,
mama.
no?
It's mama.
Adewale fẹ́ jẹ́ kí n rẹ́rìn inú ń dùn mí ó ní don't stop allowing them to call you mama.
It's just mama. It's just mama. It's just like a guy
Mm.
calling a lady bro, mama, sister. They don't really mean oh my baby. It literally means what they say. It
Do
means
you
if the
see
guy
what I'm
calls
reading?
you bro,
Rebecca Hill said that Federal knelt down to beg Demola and told him that don't allow my friend Larry to make jest of me.
of course.
So he asked her
Of
to go and buy goats for him to accept her apologies. Hey, Jesus. Low self-esteem in the mud. Yeah.
Uh, that's all I want to say, Auntie. Thank you for
Thank
having me.
you.
Uh,
Adewale, you made me laugh. God bless you, my son. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling us. Stop chasing men. Let them chase you. You can flex. You can make yourself attractive and desirable. Do not chase. We'll do the analogy of rabbits. If rabbit is chasing you, will you not? You start calling Jesus. You know those kids when Babala will start calling Jesus.
Hi,
That's what
Auntie
we will
B.
do. Oh, Miss Amal, welcome.
Oh, okay.
Adewale made me
I
laugh
turned
there.
down the volume. Hi, Auntie B.
Welcome, darling. Mhm.
Oh, I cannot hear you.
Go ahead. I
Oh,
can hear you.
I can hear you now. Okay. All right. Yes, hi, Auntie B. Happy Saturday.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love your channel. I really appreciate what you do, and you're always giving us lessons upon lessons upon lessons. And this one, when I watched it yesterday, I was on my way back from work, and I was just like, wow, like how do you as a woman get to this point, like to this level?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like it's really, really sad. And by the way, it's not rare. Do you understand? It's not it's not a rare thing for some women to be in this mindset. And
Absolutely.
it's not rare. I don't mean it's rare now. Okay, we'll be like, okay, but this is quite
Common.
common. It's quite
Yes.
common amongst my gender,
Yes.
and it's really sad. You outlined a point about desperation, and it's true. Um, the thing is, countries like Nigeria that is very patriarchal, they breed on that for you to for the country to maintain that patriarchal kini, you have to breed that desperation in women. Like, okay, you are nothing without
Without
a
Adeori.
man. You said
Without
that yesterday,
Adeori.
Adio. and
Adeori.
you, and you know
Ilẹ̀kẹ̀
our
ọrùn. You need Adeori and ilẹ̀kẹ̀ ọrùn.
and I'm a Yoruba girl. Oh God, you don't want to know. So it's even very emphasized in our culture as Yoruba women, like olówó orí mi, ṣíṣú hàn, and you
Ọkọ
know,
mi, ọkọ mi,
ọkọ
ale
mi,
ale ale any ale nobody.
ọmọ, ọmọ. Ah,
Hmm.
and you will see women like literally giving everything that they have. Oh, giving everything that they have. This is for my, Oko me. I'll give him. I'll give him. And while in a
Shadrach.
yeah, while in a oh,
Well
sorry,
done. PJ.
while in a normal in a world where everyone is treated equal. Did be there? Did you say?
Go wash that plate and do your work.
Okay.
So that you can go to your thing. Okay, wash the bathroom then. Good boy. Wash the bathroom.
Hey, and to be on mom duties. uh, hello.
Go ahead, my dear. I'm
Yeah,
hearing you.
you took a break to do mommy duties, so
How did you know? You were hearing me from the background. Hey, I was yelling at the boys. Jesus. I had to because they will not do their job. So
I
I had to
know.
go and yell at them, then come back. Sorry.
Hey, it's okay. Ah, had to be
Mm,
okay. So I was saying, like, in a world where if the world where people are treated equally and there's love all around, I mean, there's something about caring and looking out for your person, but that's not the world that we live in, and
mm-hmm,
that's why women have to be very smart.
mm-hmm,
There's a connotation for it. They call it, how you have homo kerewa, hetero kerewa. It's
mm-hmm.
called when a woman dates a obo. It's called obo kerewa. And these are men that prey on women's wallets and their heart.
Yeah.
And women should be very careful, especially women that are very ambitious,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
women that are very successful. Be
mm-hmm,
very careful of men like this
mm-hmm.
because they will tell you everything that you want to hear. And the moment when you give them and you fall in line, they get bored. They'll see
He
another
said, she
person
said
again.
it now. She
Oh,
said it. That, what's her name? Phaedra said that he promised her. Oh, when I listened to that voice note she left, it's heartbreaking though.
yeah. Yeah,
That he promised. Some of these Mongo parks, yeah,
yes.
they make promises, but
Ah,
women who love them take those promises very
very
seriously.
seriously.
She said that. She said he promised me pe mo ma do olomolaye.
Ah,
And for a woman that is trusting God for a fruit of the womb at 50, you know what that means.
yeah.
It's not a
Mm-hmm.
joke. She
Mm-hmm.
took it seriously that it was going to make her pregnant. Somebody was saying something in the comment section yesterday, Miss Amon,
Yeah.
but I didn't pay attention to it because I had to go and watch that show.
Mm.
Sister Jibola, Ekason, welcome. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought I was muted. I had to go and shout at them to do their kini. Anyway, so somebody said in the comment section, "Babe, is Demola straight?" Because I didn't want
Hmm.
to talk about it, knowing that he went to jail for
Oh.
3 years doesn't mean that he's not straight anymore. But when I went to his TikTok, I saw a video of him and Bob Risky.
Hey, Lobato.
As a
Hey,
matter of fact, I'm going to download that video and show it to you guys.
hey,
Somebody
hey.
was asking, is this straight? I say I don't know because another reason why it may, I'm not saying he is, but it's something to consider. He was, you know how Bobrisky is always talking about how he has these money bags that are giving him
Mhm.
money and everything. What is he doing with Bobrisky?
Ha.
You hardly see men that are straight, except they are doing business with him that you will see. What's he
Hmm.
doing with Bobrisky?
Ah. This
Okay.
one is a new information.
So I
I
say it is
wasn't
there.
even ready
It's
for
there.
it.
It's right. I'm gonna find the video and show you guys before we finish this video. Let me go to TikTok.
Girls says Bobo strikes again.
I'm going to find him. I'm going to find that video. I will show you guys that video. Mhm.
um,
Um,
um, hey,
Arapa, no, 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 wake up.
hey,
Yes,
we are not ready. We're
yes.
not
So
ready
I
for
was like, because again, we know that if you can't get it up, maybe you are playing in another team.
That's true.
Okay. Uh-huh.
That's true. And then the gaslighting of it all to tell her that she has a particular kind of body odor,
Please let's
like.
not even go there. Let's not go there. That was very, very painful. I'm not gonna lie. I
And
don't know.
the thing that even when I was listening to this yesterday, so somebody tells you this, you are paying for this man's rent, you are literally, it's literally, and you in your own house, you are going to the bathroom. Hey, I was like, you are going to the bathroom to get ready
Yes.
because no, it's the lowest of the lowest of lowest that you gotta be. And
That's why I was as asked that question, Miss Amor,
hmm,
the length women go when it comes to this love that we are doing.
Auntie B,
When it comes to love, what length are you gonna go for love? Tell
hmm,
me, what's the highest you've done because you're in love
ah,
with me? Tell
you
me.
want me
I
to?
want to put you on the spot. I'm gonna tell my own. Yes. Tell me, my darling.
Well, let's see, what's the highest I've done? I mean, this was when I was a lot younger, though.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
way, way.
It's always
It
sometimes
was when I
most
was
times it's
younger.
first love.
It was younger. But you know what helped me? What helped me was my friend. I dated this guy, and well, it wasn't that crazy, but it was crazy to me at the time. And it's
Mm-hmm.
nothing new. The guy had cheated on me with my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when I found out, I there was a time in my point that before I had suspected, and then he would tell me "Gbe, that there's nothing. We'll go to parties, and this guy will be, grinding on women in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
and he would tell me, "Gbe, at least I'm doing it in front of you. That means I'm not doing anything outside." You
So
know,
at least
I,
you know.
I, but then I was like, this doesn't make sense, right? And I'll be like, this is not right. Like, but then he would tell me. And then when we'll get into arguments, it's me that will be apologizing for saying things. Da, 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 da. I'm sorry for making you feel this way. I'm sorry, but this was like way back then. So
Mm-hmm.
when he now came out, okay, was actually having affairs with my friend and with some other people that weren't my friends like that. I just knew them. When he came out, I wanted to take him back because he came back apologizing, got on his knees. And it was my friend that told me, one of my closest friends, we're still very close to today. She said, if you go back to him, I will stop being your friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she told me. And every time he came back, apologized, and he got better with the apologies. So even started saying he started dreaming, seeing vision that we are together, blah, blah, blah.
It's the
Uh,
religious ones.
he was
It's
he was
always
a
the religious
religious
ones.
guy. He was a religious
The
guy.
religious ones are the most dangerous. Trust me.
He was
Just
telling me where
psychopaths.
he saw something. I I was really, really considering. I was really, really considering. That was when I hold on, Auntie B. Somebody's ringing my bell. I don't know what it
Okay, let me
is.
take somebody else while you answer the door. Okay, Easy, you are next in line. Welcome, my darling. Please unmute yourself. You are in the studio.
Hello, Auntie B.
Hello,
Good
darling. How
afternoon.
are you? Haven't
I'm
seen you in
well,
a
thank
while. You
you.
okay?
I'm well, thank you. I just want to thank you for your dedication and work ethics.
Thank
You've
you.
been on a roll. And what you're doing is not easy, and
Thank
you're
you.
entertaining us. So I want to just appreciate you for that.
I appreciate that. Thank you, my darling.
So I feel I have a lot of empathy for Farida. I
Yeah.
actually follow her on Instagram, and I mean, I used to live in Syria, not live it, but I used to have like friends and family in Syria, so I've been to her establishment a few times.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I really looked up to her. I mean, I follow her, but I don't when she does her rants, her Yoruba, I don't really pay attention because I'm like, all this Yoruba bati bati,
Does she blog or something like that? I thought
She
she's a businesswoman.
she doesn't blog, but I hate to use the word, she's quite lousy.
Ah.
Yes.
Because Demola said something about how she's always involved in fights.
Yes.
So I was
Yes.
wondering if she's a businesswoman, who is she fighting? Why is she fighting?
Yes. She's always shading someone. She's just always in that. And this is what I wanted to say. I'm. It's when I was younger, I used to think that when people are 50 and above, at least 40 and above, there's some
They will have
sense of
sense.
maturity.
They
Exactly.
will have sense.
This is it.
No, it doesn't follow. I've
It
seen the video,
Auntie B,
but risky. I'm going to show you people.
it does not follow the level of childishness. What I even want, first of all, Farida does not have good friends. Clearly,
No, she doesn't have
she
friends, not
doesn't
good
have.
friends.
She has party friends. Her
Yes,
friends don't have depth.
she has friends that they can just hang out and have a good
Yes,
time and all that. Yeah.
yes. She doesn't have people who would, because I can't even imagine me wanting to post something like this on social media. Then everybody will caution me like, "Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it." So for her to, and then when she was fighting with her friend Larissa, apparently she said that because there's one Yoruba blogger on YouTube who's been following this case, and she said that the thing she posted about her friend Larissa, it was Demola that told her to post it. The thing she,
Sure.
the
Can
thing
you
she said,
imagine? She
the thing,
fought her friend. That's what we're
yes,
saying.
she
Turning your back against your friend and, friends
exactly,
you've been with because of men.
exactly. The terrible things like my Yoruba is not very good, but like barrenness, barren witch, those kind of things. The same insults he told her to post about Larissa, the same insults
I thought
he
she
gave her.
she doesn't have biological children as well. Why would she go that far? I see why the Larita was, because I saw somebody shared a video with me where Larita was making so many videos about what she said about her,
Yes,
and I could tell that she was hurt as well.
yes.
Imagine that.
But
Hmm.
Farida did say that I can't remember. Larita said something. Yes, Larita was the one that actually exposed that her children were adopted. That Malam.
So they started exposing one another.
So I was like, is that one even a friend? What
Mm,
kind of friend would do that kind of thing? And the
mm.
fact that you attract, I don't always believe in you are what you attract, but in Farida's case, she's really what she attracted. Because how can you, a man? I remember one time I was dating somebody and I was having challenges with my landlady, and I wanted to pull ranks with her. So I told my boyfriend had military connection. I said, get me soldiers to deal with this woman, because the woman rallied around the Hausa the gate men, and she used one of her big trucks to block the gate of my entrance. So I went to the police station. I had my connection. Went to see the depot. Came back with like police. And my boyfriend, when he saw me come, he was like, he didn't think I had that kind of grags. He just said, "Don't worry, don't worry. I've called the military people." He didn't call any military people. What he even did was he went to negotiate with my landlady because I upgraded the house and I pulled out everything because she reneged on a disagreement, and he installed everything back. He got his workers to install everything back for peace. I remember then I was so upset. I was like, "Why did you let me fight? You should have brought your many people to fight." Yada yada yada. And I remember I was talking to my pastor, and he said, "That is a husband. That is a husband. A man
He's
this kind of
he's a good man. That's a good
exactly.
man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is a good man. That
Mm-hmm.
instead of making you fight, he give you peace.
Yeah, instead of pushing you to go and be fighting
Exactly.
other people, he was pulling you away from it. He didn't want drama.
Exactly.
Most decent guys don't like drama. I'm telling
They
you. I got
don't.
into one YouTube file, and that one told me if I do that again, that's the end of YouTube. He's
See?
not trying to control me. He just told me I don't want that, and I took it very seriously. That's why Toban Toja means they make videos about me, and I behave myself.
I know you are fire. So
Yes.
you
So
needed
after
a
that one, only that one, I say no, 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 no. Let me behave myself because I'm this kind of person. I want to respond. You
mm,
understand? Although I've grown since then, I've matured. Thank God. Emotional intelligence is better. Yeah. But I took that into consideration that my husband doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. So I have to respect that.
Mm.
So I'm saying that to say that what your guy did there
Yes,
is the
Auntie
right
B.
thing.
I,
Is the
I,
right
I,
thing.
I totally. So,
Because you are all up in your emotions now, you might not understand, but I think you would have seen it later on.
oh, I definitely. Even I thank God for healing therapy and all the work I've done, because I was like, what kind of volatility, what kind of
Who
mindset made
push
me think
you?
that was exactly
Yes, when
what
women
made
are
me,
hurt, yeah.
you know. But that's when I now appreciated what he did, and I was like, because I was pissed. I was like, you are weak. I told you to bring military men. You're telling me that I should.
But you know the something, you know the funny thing. Let me say this: when you are a very strong woman like that, you need a man that you think they are weak. Not they are not weak.
No, he's not. He wasn't
No, not
actually.
that he's weak. No, he's
Yes.
not. Yeah. But it, because they will help you to balance it out. Because if you have another one that is volatile like you too, it's just bad though. You see them all pushing her to go and be
Ah,
shading her best friend
can
on
you
social media.
imagine?
That's what you get.
Can you? I don't know. It's a hot, and your show yesterday. You actually, you, I mean, anybody who is dealing with low self-esteem, they should just go and watch your show, and I hope that they can assimilate the things you said, because you actually articulated that woman's challenge, and it was quite disappointing. And I
Mhm.
remember I was talking about, I was like, when I heard the whole S thing that she wanted to jump Third Milan Bridge, I was like, ko show later, yeah, you know. But I was having a conversation with someone and she said, you know what? It happened to me.
Hmm.
So I know.
Yeah.
She said heartbreak
Don't
can,
underestimate anybody's pain.
exactly.
Yeah.
Heartbreak can cause you to do things that you can't imagine, no matter
Mhm.
how strong somebody seems, So I hope for Farida's sake that, well, I don't know. I don't want to say anybody's irredeemable, but for her to, whether she'll have that ability to self-reflect and do, recover properly and do the work to just, but it will take a lot for her to, because she's been in this hot mess for so long, and that's why it's just a hot stinking mess. Like, it's really embarrassing, really really embarrassing. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I
Hmm.
don't know what to say. It's a sad situation. It's sad. If she had just kept quiet, if she had controlled her temper, and just quietly divorced. Many people go, end marriages end and it's quiet. Social media, after your gist, we'll forget it and we'll go somewhere else. But as long as we Google, we'll see your gist forever and ever.
Ben, you.
So
Mhm.
just, I mean, what's the need? And obvious, you can tell that she makes poor decisions. You have
Yes.
friends like Esa Bod. That you go and tell your story to Esa Bod. What are you expecting? Those one will be stoking the fire, stoking the fire for you.
Hmm.
And obviously the kind of person you went to even marry. Sad.
Wow. It is well. May God grant her healing. I pray
Amen.
that she will
Amen.
get some, therapeutic services that will give her some kind of support in Nigeria so that she can
I
get
hope
to a
so.
place. Because when she was saying that voice note yesterday, that's another thing that worried me about it. She was
True.
saying, Demola, Ọlọ́run fún ẹ níyàwó, ìyàwó alálùbáríkà, èmi náà Ọlọ́run máa ṣe tèmi fún mi. So she even in her pain, she's
Hmm.
not giving up on marriage and things like
On
that.
love.
I'm not saying that she should give up, but take some time. Auntie, please relax and just heal. You need to
It,
heal. You keep
it's very
attracting the same
important.
kind of man because you are not healed yet. You're not in a place where you love yourself. You think your worth is linked to being
It's
with a man.
exactly.
Without a
And
man, you are not okay.
Auntie B, you know why she's like that? Friends you keep. When you have friends that be shady people, go loco, nobody likes her. You too, you would, Auntie B, you know my story now. You know my story. I know the work. Uh, for the first time in my life, I am happy alone. I am happy all by myself.
You should. If you're not even happy alone, don't get into marriage. Don't get into a relationship
Exactly.
because you are going to hurt the person that you are with. Hurt
I am,
people, hurt people.
yes, I'm enough. Before, if I meet someone and they don't have boyfriend, I say, what's wrong with her? How come she doesn't have boyfriend?
Yeah, typical Yoruba woman.
Why doesn't she have boyfriend? No, they
She
must be
doesn't have
fucking wrong.
Adeori. Why does she not have a husband? Adeori.
you know.
No, please let me ask you this. I'm sorry, I don't want to be. It's not like I'm, but this Adeori thing troubles me. So women that are not married, what will happen to them there in terms of this Adeori thing?
And today is not. First of all, you know me, I'm not typically Yoruba, so I'm half
Yes.
and
No,
half.
I'm asking all the Yoruba people in the
Oh,
house.
okay.
Everybody, tell me, see, oh, you are even a fake Yoruba person. Who is the original Gengen Yoruba person here? Pay, come and tell me. Those who are not married, what will be their, who will now be their Adeori? Is it Jesus? I don't know. Hmm.
It's
Mr.
it's it's
Mo,
a, it's a programming that we were programmed back in Nigeria. Like
yes.
if you don't have a man, there's something wrong with you.
Yes. It's a lot of programming, and we need to deprogram
We
all
need
that.
to deprogram that.
We will, by the grace of God. We have to.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you, my
Amen.
darling.
Thank
Easy.
you, Auntie B.
I appreciate you. I love you very much, my
Love
darling.
you too, Auntie B.
See you soon. I haven't seen you in a bit. You need to come see me.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay, Auntie B.
All right, baby. Love you.
Love you
Bye.
too. Bye.
Okay. That is easy. My baby girl. This girl is so fine. Jesus. Aye. She is such a fine girl. I can say that. She can package. Ha. If you see her, her package will not be here. Oh. Hair on point, makeup on point, skin on point, dressing on point. She's a fine girl. Fine, fine mamacita. But she's not mama, oh. Because Adewale said, Adewale said we should not allow anybody to call us mama. So she's not mama. She's just a fine girl. Okay? Right. So we're still on this. People are not liking. I'm not happy now. We have 516 people watching and only 176 likes. I took time out to leave my mommy and wifey duty to come and be with you guys to have afternoon and morning tea. And you cannot be bothered to like, okay, give me super chat then. Give me super chat. I need super chat now since you guys are not liking the video. I want super chat. Give me super chat. Mm-hmm. Mr. Mo, are you all right? You back?
Yes, so I'm back.
All right, let me finish with you so I can go to
Yeah,
Skyline. Skyline is the
yeah,
studio.
yeah. What was I saying?
You were,
Oh, yeah,
you were talking so much about when you
yeah,
take the role and you become the man and you give
yeah,
much
yes,
and all that good stuff.
yes, yes. So, that I think that relationship was a major thing that was the only time where I let myself go, because after I was begging for so long, I wanted to, and but it was my friend that saved me, and she was like, "I will stop being your friend," and that was what gave me the courage to leave that relationship.
Hmm,
Turns out that the guy, unfortunately, that relationship with my friend, also that one backfired
of
too
course.
as well. It got her pregnant, and it was a whole scandal. Um, it was a very very sad scandal.
Hmm,
But that just fizzled out, and that experience taught me, even though of course it's nothing close compared to what Farida has been through, or to what some women have been through, but that taught me that, man, if you love to the point where you love somebody more than you love yourself, it's always disaster. Because the problem is these men, and the same thing too with women too, because they are female. But let's focus on, since it's women and men, right?
hmm,
So if you love somebody more than you love yourself,
hmm,
they know, first of all, they will know that, because
hmm,
I love the analogy that you gave about the rabbits chasing the hunter.
hmm.
It's even you say, even if the hunter will be like,
No,
what?
because
That's
you
a
know my
very good.
I
That's a
like
good.
it's a
That's
vivid
very.
thing. Just
Yeah, because
hunter will just go to they say men are hunters. Even pastors tell us that men are hunters. So we assume that they are hunting women, right?
yes, yes,
And you know what a hunter does? You do everything to make the person attractive to you so that
yes,
you can catch them. So
yes.
as a hunter now, you now go into Igbo, and then you will now see that the
The
rabbit
rabbit is
is the
coming
one
to
that you
you.
say, ah, you hunter, you've come again to the Uya. I will pursue you out of this forest today. And then the hunter will be confused. "Ah, Eledumare gba, egba mi." Hunter is chasing hunter, èmi ni hunter.
Ah,
Rabbit in let me, egba
yeah,
mi.
yeah. It's a very very different. And I love the analogy. And these men, they sense it, right? They know. But the problem is that they will keep shifting the goalpost and testing your boundaries. Like, okay, what can you do? What can
Yes,
you do? What can you do? And they'll keep it to the point where it's like you have come out of yourself. You can't even recognize who you are. That's why when the heartbreak happens, it's like, okay, what else? I don't even know who I am right now. What's this? And unfortunately for Farida, and which I also understand how um heartbreak can make you get to that point of taking her, doing what she was about to go over the bridge. I understand that. I've never been there, but I have empathy for that, because it's like you have come out of yourself. You have paid 100 million naira on this big
On this
show of a
on this
sham.
wedding. Yeah.
Yeah,
And don't forget that there are people that are watching to see how you are going to do
you
in
are
this
going to do,
marriage. You are
right?
trying to prove them wrong because they all told you
Yes,
not to go into it.
yes, and
Hi. That is,
and
on its own, that is a
yes,
very big burden trying to prove people wrong.
trying to prove, and it's not just
Hey,
people, it's even her friend Larry.
it's
Like, I'm just like, you're trying to prove, just to me, I feel like that's the major person she was trying to prove. So
yes.
you go through all of this, you come on social media, you do buzzwords in her own way, yes, in a way looking for validation because she wants people to understand her pain, which I get. But at the same time, the thing with social media is that people will choose wherever they stand. And so you also hear the bad. And so it's like this overwhelming climatic feeling. She's just like, you know what, let me just, end it all. Unfortunately. But thank God, at least she didn't have to go all the way. She didn't do that.
And we thank
And
God.
I thank God for that. Now, the last thing I want to say is so I can,
Yes,
just
we
keep
have
on
other
listening.
people.
And,
1 minute.
yeah,
Summarize. Mhm.
listening to the great minds on this show. The last thing I'll say is for her, um, the biggest work, and this one thing I'm learning even in therapy, is falling in love is beautiful. And I say it's easy, but falling in love with yourself is
The
deep,
best.
deep work. And a
Yes.
lot of people don't want to put in the work.
Yes.
You're
Or even
looking,
liking yourself. Somebody
like,
said it here that it's easy to say I love myself.
yeah,
Love, is just a word.
it- it's,
But
it's,
do
it's,
you like
do
yourself?
you like yourself? Yes. Do you like the person that you've been? Have you healed? What's the word? Are you comfortable with being alone and understanding why you are the way that you are? Um, and that's my encouragement to women and men, by the way, because we do need healed men too as well, so that
Yeah.
we can be able to
Two
have
real
this
people.
companion that is actually right and good for the world and good for everybody. Oh, and the last thing, one thing, women also with savior mindset. Be careful. You can't save everybody. You can't help everybody. You
Mhm.
have to know what your boundaries are,
Mhm.
so that you're not shooting yourself in, you're not killing, you're not doing stuff to the detriment of yourself.
Thank you so much, Miss Amor. Appreciate you for your contribution. Thank you for joining me for this afternoon tea. I didn't even know we have anybody, but the fam, I can't love you guys less. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Even though this is not our usual time, I keep to a certain time here every day when we do the show. But today, this thing was on my mind, and I keep wondering what length do women go? Let me put my camera. Today, I wanted to just come back and talk about this because I was very uncomfortable where we left the matter yesterday. Keep telling you, I need a new mic. This mic always messing up my head. Anyway, what have you done for love? Are you the hunter or you are the rabbit? What are you chasing? Hmm? You ready? I thought you said it's 7 o'clock. Is it 7? Okay, Skyline, you are next.
Good
Welcome.
evening. Good evening,
Hello,
my.
darling. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for doing the live stream during this time because this is very convenient for us
Oh,
in
you
Asia.
see, can you imagine? It's convenient for people like you.
Yes,
Oh,
it favors us. Otherwise, the regular time is like 2 a.m. And even though the topic is
where are
interesting, we
you?
cannot meet. I'm in China.
China. Oh my
Yes, so
goodness.
Chinko people, we are
You
here.
are what city are you in China?
I'm in Zhejiang province.
Okay,
It's
let me
close to
pretend as if I've heard
Hanjo.
that before. Let me pretend as if I
Hanjo.
know where you're
It's
talking
the
about.
province where Hanjo is. Hanjo and Nimbo. These are the popular cities like in this
You know
province.
what? I plan to explore Asia in not too distant time. This is one of my plans. That's why I want to make money so I can travel because those area I've never been to Asia, but I want to. I really want to. Welcome, my
Looking
darling.
forward to your visit.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, Auntie V, first of all, I need to give background for context. I'm from Nasarawa State. My father is from Nasarawa State. My mom is from Taraba. So, it's all north, by the way. So, kind of,
Yes.
we all speak Hausa and all that. So, but I grew up in Abuja and Nasarawa State. So, yeah. The thing is, I just want to say something which is not very popular to the south. Maybe I haven't lived in the southern part of Nigeria. I'm outside Port Harcourt. Even Port Harcourt, I didn't like live for too long. Yeah. So I just want to say something that might not be too familiar with the southern part of Nigeria. This is
Yeah.
how we do it in the north. People in the west will see it a little bit awkward, but most women from the north, yeah, culturally, we usually do not contribute to the home like that.
Right.
That's to say, if my husband, he's making say 40%, or let me say I'm making more money than my husband.
Yes.
The only thing I will contribute are just little things, like, for example, if he gives 10 naira for food and it's not what I want, or I want more, I will just add like 2 naira to it.
Right.
Even though I'm making more money than him, it
Hmm.
doesn't matter. I'll just contribute like 2 naira. And this is how we were brought up, by the way.
Right.
So it's not really our fault. Like, it's a bit of a cultural thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So our money, for us, we believe that our money
It's your
is
money.
our money, but not our money in the sense of being greedy or stingy. It's in
Mm-hmm.
the sense of you as a person, as a woman, you should develop yourself. You should not be developing a man. That is what we believe in the North. You should not do for a man. A woman's duty is not to raise a man. A woman's duty is to raise herself in case the marriage does not work, or in case she's tired of the marriage. This is what our money is for. It's not, we don't really contribute to men, like building
You don't
house
build
and then
men. You know,
building.
you don't you don't
Yeah,
you don't do
we
like
don't.
in the
Mm.
southwest.
Yeah, we don't. We don't love to that extent, by the way. We love, but we don't love with our money. I think that's all I can say. Like, so we kind of, when we have our own money, like if I have my own money, my husband has his own money, but I'm not going to contribute to buying house with my husband. I won't do that.
But
My
you
husband,
you guys practice polygamy a lot in that part of
well, it
Nigeria.
depends. Those is the Muslims. I'm not a Muslim. I'm a Christian. Christians don't
Wow.
practice polygamy. It's the Muslims that practice polygamy. I mean, they
Mhm.
use that within the religious context. Yeah. So they practice polygamy. But the Christians in the north, we don't practice polygamy. We still believe in one man, one wife, and then we don't give birth to many children. It's just that southern people do not know so much about the north. So they tend to generalize and say all of us practice polygamy. But
No, no,
that's
no,
not the
no, no,
truth.
no, no. I mean, someone like
Mm,
me, I know about the North because I've lived in Kaduna before.
okay. Yeah.
So I
Okay.
know, of course, I know that there are Christians and there are people who are
Yeah.
not.
So we the Christians, we don't really
And
practice.
to
Of
be,
course.
I mean, to be
Mm.
factual about this, polygamy is not an Islamic culture. It's a
Yeah,
culture of
well,
those people that
mm,
practice it in the north.
mm. Yeah, it's not like there are
It's
no
not
even
Islam.
Christians that also do that, but those
Yes,
Christians are very few.
because we
You
know
hardly
of
see
people
them.
from Arab countries that
They
are
don't.
monogamous,
Yeah,
they don't do polygamy. Malaysia and all those parts of the world, most of them married one wife. So we don't even want to
yeah.
go into it. But Nigerian Muslims use that I'm a Muslim
As an excuse,
as an
give birth
excuse.
to
No,
children that you
no.
cannot raise.
The Jin
Because there's
Muslims
an
that we know,
agenda behind it.
they
There's
are
an
not they
agenda.
are not
They are raising an
polygamists. So
army. They
yeah.
want to be more. They want to control. They want to be in charge. That's the
Mhm.
agenda behind the Muslims in the north doing polygamy and having more children. Yeah,
That's
it's
cultural, it's not religious, by the way. Yeah.
by the
We've
way, and to me,
established
it's
that.
also there's an agenda behind it. It's not even a cultural thing. It's even there's an agenda behind it. They need
Mhm.
to control. They need to want to be in charge to take over Nigeria, to have more people, to have an army.
Okay,
That is
let's
that.
now go
Yeah,
political
but that's
now.
yeah.
Hold on a minute,
Okay, let's not go
Skyline.
there.
I'm not. Thank you for
Yeah, let's
calling
not go there.
all the way
Excuse
from
me.
China, but I wanted to read this. Sarah said something here, which I don't want to laugh because this is just again talking about how women feel like you need to buy this love. How can I show him that, I'm submissive? My sister signed her inherited property. Hmm? That's the property she inherited from her parents or her father, to her husband, to just prove to him her love, and also to secure her
That's messed
husband
up.
as the head of the family.
Oh wow.
How do you secure somebody as the head of the? How do you make somebody feel like you are the head of the family? It's either you know you are the head or you don't. I don't need to. Oh Jesus, I don't know how to. I can go on
Hmm.
and on and on, and there are so many things I can say about. You see, you need to know who you are.
Hmm.
Nobody. I don't need to prove to make you feel like you're. It's either you know you're a man. When you see people that always saying I'm a man, I'm a man. There's some issue there. You are either you know you are a man or you don't. There's no point saying I'm a man, I'm a man. Why you keep saying it? We
Hmm.
know. But do you know? So now she's trying to make him feel like he's the husband and head of the family. It's not me that need to make you feel like you are the head of the family. You should already know. If you're a secured man who know your place, you should know. Yeah? Do you know what the uncle did? He sold the property 2 years after their marriage. That's what Sarah said.
Obviously.
So it goes back to what we're saying about women always trying to according to Adewale, mama, you become a mama to
Yeah.
become a mama to your husband. Ah, Mashio. Skyline, go on, Jare. Osumi.
Yeah. So, but I want to give an example of something also that happened when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I was very young when it happened, but when I became an adult, so there's this my relative. She has partial stroke. One side of her body is paralyzed. Yeah. So I asked my aunt, my father's younger sister, what happened to our auntie. Was she sick? Because when I was very young, I know she was all right. But sometime along the
Line.
years,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of I lose contact with her. So when I saw her, had partial stroke. Then she told me, "Oh, this auntie, she was dating a guy. She was dating a man, and she had more money than him. And then she was like supporting him,
Mm-hmm.
and they planned a wedding. It's like he didn't show up on the wedding, or he canceled the wedding some days to the marriage, which is very unusual story. I've never heard of that story before. I only see it in Nollywood movies. So she said that that was the reason. So when my that auntie heard about the disappointment, then it caused her to have that partial stroke.
Hmm.
So the thing is, this thing never work. I don't know whether it has worked for some people. I don't know, but I feel like it doesn't work because
It works for very few people, but
but that's not the norm.
no, in most cases, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah, and
Mm.
now she never got to marry the man, and the worst thing is because people from my state tend to marry each other, so now she has to deal with seeing him with that woman all
Mhm.
the time, and remembering looking at her condition, knowing that he is the cause of her problem.
Mhm.
So, that's kind of painful and kind of messed up situation. So I hope
Yeah.
that we also can learn, and also like those that have daughters, I mean, they should also learn to teach their children to be confident in themselves and
Mhm.
not buy. You cannot buy a man. You can't. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't even
Yeah.
make sense.
Don't
That your
try.
money. So yeah, thank you very much, Auntie B, for your time. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much. I'm honored.
Skyline, all the way from China. I'm so happy that you could join us today. God bless you. Thank you so much, my darling.
Thank
We'll
you.
speak
Bye bye.
soon. Hopefully, we'll do the show again. Because of you, I'm ready to do the show, occasionally, so you can join us. Okay?
I'm honored. I'm honored.
Thank you, my darling. Bye. Okay, that was Skyline from China. I've never been to Asia. I want to go to Asia. Brabio, how are you doing? Brabio said, what most women don't understand is that when you depend on a man's money, hmm, you sold your rights. That's why narcissists enjoy manipulation. Okay, Brabio, but we're talking of the other way around today. Oh, I don't know. You just came, so maybe you don't get the gist yet. We're talking about the other way around. And I have the videos that I said I was going to show you. Countess, I'm coming to you, you are next, and then Ashley, and then we'll end the show. I said I was going to show you some videos about uncle that was dancing and dancing. Okay. Who is that? He was from his TikTok. Oh. Is that not Bobrisky? Okay. That's him and Bobrisky. So what I know see, I know they talk am more. I'm not saying there's anything going on, but this is him hanging out with Bobrisky. I don't know where they were. I don't know what they were doing, but they were shot together. Anyway, and this is another video of him. This is Demola and Phaedra wearing all these gorgeous, very beautiful Asha. Okay, it's just even King self. See the packaging. The packaging get power. Even King never packaged like that. He wear goggle for face, walking majestically. I bet it was Phaedra that paid for those outfits. Stop trying to buy love. It doesn't work. Countess, welcome, my darling. Where you join us from and what do you have to say? Hello, Countess. Can you hear me? We're talking about people that are trying to use their money to buy love. Can you buy love though? Can you? Can you buy love? I don't think you can though. Countess, I can't hear you. You're on the show, but you're not muted. You are muted. So let's go to Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Auntie B. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you, darling?
I'm good. Happy Saturday.
Same to you. Welcome.
Yes. So I just wanted to actually didn't wanted to say much about the situation at hand, but it's just more or less like what I always say, like, you can't change a man. The only time you could change them is when they're in the diapers. But then, I like someone mentioned before that you just have to kind of like love yourself. And I think that's the work that every woman needs to do. And again, because if you love yourself enough and like yourself, there will be situation where you can put yourself through because you'll be like, okay, I'm too old for this shit. Like, I can't take this. At this age, I cannot do this. And, it's pretty so sad because, and I also think like it's common between Yoruba women because I'm Yoruba as well. Even yesterday, despite
Thank
of
you for
everything
saying
that is
that.
happening,
If I'm saying that, it will seem as if because I'm not Yoruba, but I've
yeah,
observed it.
it's so crazy because even yesterday when this was happening, when I did call my sister back home, she was like, bawoni, okonko, and she only marry him again. I was like, see what thing they happen with all this thing. I said, listen, it's only okotolomba fuyon, nikolon dulo wenyo. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because because of what people would think, because of what people say, seriously, you're going to end up paying for therapy. And the thing is, like the same Yoruba people, they don't do therapy. They don't. I don't even think they have the education to educate themselves that there is a therapy because every after each relationship, you should go for a therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Do some self-awareness to know
Mm-hmm.
that, okay, this is the red flag that I am attracted to. So that next time when I see the same red flag, I know that I don't want it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes too, it might not also be the men problem. It might be something that you do that attract those people to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's common among Yoruba women. Even though come and punch like the violence with them at home, they just for show off. They will still come outside and pretend everything is good and pretend this is good. And we at this age and this life, seriously, they say the covenant of life is greater than the covenant of marriage because it's the person who is alive that is getting married though. Because the ones that get married are not alive. They are telling the story in the grave. And I'm sure if there is anything that they could give, before they die, they would have said something. And women just need to realize that, it's fine to be, it's fine to have marriage, but there are some greater achievements that you could also do if marriage doesn't work. You could also, did mention that the children that, was with her was adopted. For me, I love adopting children because it's one of the journey that I wanted to take. There is nothing. So you adopt a child. So what? You understand what I'm saying? Because you're changing lives.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is I want women outside to always see marriage in a different way. Because marriage for you, there is no marriage in heaven. Trust me, marriage for you here on earth, it's not a marriage so that you can have children and then you can be married, you could be a Mrs. It's a kingdom assignment. The person God joining with you is your partner in assignment to fulfill God's purpose for you guys here on
Amen.
earth. You have an assignment, he has an assignment. So together you can bring that purpose. That's the reason why, when woman, a husband and a wife, when they are sexually together, God takes the glory for it.
Hmm.
God takes the glory. There, God is the same thing where if you're not married and you're having sex with other people, everybody has their own prejudice about that. You know what I'm saying? We've all made mistakes, but the more you educate yourself and learn about these spiritual things, then because there is spiritual bonding in it. Do you understand? Because it's God that created men and women to have sex together, and when that happens between husband and wife, God takes the glory for it. Because it's God that created sex for His pleasure.
Absolutely.
He
Hmm.
said everything that He created is for His pleasure. Nothing was created without Christ in it.
Hmm.
You should change your perspective about, oh, I'm looking for a husband. No, I'm looking for a partner that we both have a kingdom assignment together. Because if one partner is for us to fulfill the purpose of the kingdom of God, and yours is the same thing, you understand? You both love to God together. And when you love God together, you love each other. You understand? You love each other. And you also need to find somebody, if you're marrying someone or dating someone, you need to find somebody that can hold your partner accountability. Do you understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You know that there should be somebody that, okay, if you call this person and report
Yeah.
him or report her, the person will,
Accountability.
yes,
Accountability is key. Very, very
it,
important.
it's so important. And another
Yeah.
thing is like once you find that, also find a spiritual parents that hold you guys responsible. Do you understand what I'm saying? Of course, pastors are not, marriage therapists, but spiritual parents, they are there to cover you guys in
Mhm.
prayer, spiritually. And
Mhm.
once you get your perspective out of the fact that, oh, I'm just looking for a husband so that I can be a missus, I can be a this, I can be a that, then you would, that's your own fleshy desires. Do you understand? Your spiritual desire in looking for a husband is, building kingdom of God together. Because there is no marriage. There is no marriage in heaven, no. There is no, and
Hmm.
even matter of fact, even the children that you have here, you can't speak for them in heaven. They have to know Jesus for themselves. You cannot stand for them. They come through your womb because that's the way God brings them into the earth. You have to teach them also to know Christ for themselves so that in a situation whereby you can pray for them, they can, have that relationship with God and pray for themselves. Because
You are talking as if, Ashley, you are talking as if you are talking to Christians. These people I don't think they are Christians at all, but I get your point. So, yeah, thank you very much for your contribution, Ashley. I can see that you are really in the spirit there and you're spilling it. I do appreciate you for calling. God bless you. But these people, they are not working in the same realm that you are talking about. Yeah, women do very, very silly things because they feel, oh, call me, oh, call me, oh, call me. Yes, it's good. But men don't like being chased. They don't like being pursued. Let them pursue you. Don't pursue them. That's the part I wanted to really, really talk about today. Ayodeji, you are in the studio. Please unmute yourself. What do you have to say and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, good afternoon, Auntie B. I'm calling from Germany. Sorry I came in late.
That's all
But
right.
I've been following I've been following for a while, and myself and my wife, but we're not subscribed. We just watch from the background. But this case was something that my wife showed me on the Instagram, but I had some few things here. I don't think she wanted to be a missus,
Let me ask you
because if
this,
she just
Ayodeji. Why did you not subscribe all the while you've been watching me from the background?
um I think it's just because it's always on my screen. So So every time I on my YouTube, there's always your video there. Somebody, I'm going to work in the morning. I'm driving. I just listen to what you have said in a meeting or in a live chat before. But I'll do that today. So
If you are not subscribed, you cannot be in the studio. Maybe you subscribed and forgot because it's subscribers only. if you
okay,
yes,
maybe. Okay.
if you are
So
not
I think if
subscribed,
she was
if you
eh,
are, yes,
I
please.
think if she was looking for a missus, she could go to Moshi or something, and get a husband there, or go to some village in Akure, or I'm from Ogbomoso, so go to Ogbomoso where there is some
Who?
rugged or rugged guy. The
Who?
woman,
Phaedra,
the
why do you
woman.
say
If she
so?
was just, ma,
Why do you say so?
no, I think they are looking for something different from marriage. They're looking for a status
Right,
to put
right.
because the guy is actually very handsome. I saw his picture yesterday because I was in France, so my wife showed
Yeah.
me.
No, it's
And
not.
so they are looking for something. Otherwise, she can go to Ibadan. I grew up in Ibadan. There are people, there are hustlers in Ibadan. They are looking for wife that will help them. So
Eh.
many of these women are actually looking for not necessarily rich, but somebody they can that has some status, you know, and that is why our generation is the way it is. Um it's not, and that's what she wants to kill herself. I don't know why you
Why?
want to kill yourself because of anybody.
Why? She wanted to buy herself.
So, but I think that many women have to work on themselves. The person
Yeah.
you marry does not even, is not as important as the person turns out to be. When Michelle Obama married Obama, Obama was, I think she was actually, I don't if I get it right, she was actually more ranked higher than him in 1992 where they were working. Obama came as an intern student, and the woman was already working. And look at where they are. So at that time, maybe she she could have, and I think most of the women today are looking for a status guy, not necessarily even a guy that is rich, but
Mm-hmm.
just a status guy they can present on social media, or
Mm.
maybe presentable guy. I will say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So God will help them. That's what I just
Amen.
have to say.
Thank
God
you,
will help them.
Ayodeji.
Thank you for
Thank
all
you
that
very
you
much.
do. God
I
bless you.
appreciate you, my brother. God bless
Yes,
you. My
ma'am.
love to your family. Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
You
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a very, very Ayodeji has his point there. Some of these women, the status they are looking for. Yeah. They are looking for status. He has a point there. So what are you looking for? What you are looking for, you will find. But it got me confused there when he said that he's a handsome man. I don't know, but they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's where Ayodeji, he lost me there. I was completely lost. He said that he's a handsome man, but you know what? Everybody is created beautifully. God has made us in His image and likeness. We are all beautiful. We are beautiful people. All right. So I'm not even going to query that, but yeah, but he has a very, very strong point that there are men in Nigeria. But then again, like going to Ogbomoso and going to all those places, how do you know they really love you? That they're not marrying you for your money or your status? It's not so easy. Women who are successful always struggle when it comes to, picking or marrying or settling down because you never know whether they really love you. Yeah. Timothy said, Auntie B, most of the women that have met or said he's handsome. Maybe the camera didn't do him justice. Okay. And the definition of handsome in Nigeria is because he's light skin. I'm not saying he's not handsome, you know, but is that all you need in a husband material? Handsome? No wonder you are all falling into Mongo Park. Tall, dark, and handsome. Tall, dark, and handsome. Oh no, 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 no. Kotobadeni is handsome, is handsome. How did the handsome not save the marriage now? Handsome, handsome. Who will marry all the ones that are not so handsome, all the ugly men out there? Who will marry them? It is well. Countess, are you here now? Can you unmute yourself? I'm about to end. I've done almost 2 hours. Countess, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good afternoon,
All
TB.
right, welcome. How are you? Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from France, but I'm really sorry I can't speak. I'm actually in a meeting. I'm just trying to listen to what you have to say because it's really interesting, but I can't speak. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's fine. All right. Enjoy your meeting. Yeah. We'll speak
Thank
some other
you.
time. All
Bye.
right,
Have a
darling.
nice
Take
day.
care. Okay. Bye bye. All right. Countess came into the studio, but she's in a meeting. You're in a meeting and you are enjoying the discussion. Okay. That's fine. Just make sure you're giving us a thumbs up. Okay. Bio, brother Bio, welcome. Oh. How are you? It's been a minute.
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. My people, how you are
Okay.
doing?
We are fine. Welcome. Oh.
Good, 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 good. Interesting conversation. Very interesting one. I know I joined late, but remember we've been following this story from the group chat a little bit, so I have some idea of what you guys have been talking about. So, but again, like we always do here, the lessons from the issue, not just the people involved, because we are not even interested in the people, we're interested in the lessons.
Absolutely.
So I want to take it from my last comment before that last caller, before the last caller made some
Okay, go ahead.
today, Auntie B,
Mm-hmm.
because there's something let me say, God has laid it in my heart to continue to speak with you about. Maybe you find the time to discuss with the team to look at this.
Okay.
This marriage of a thing,
Mm.
within our people. Maybe it's high time, it's about time we discuss some certain things. Why are most of these marriages failing? Why this? Because fake life is too much in this world right now. The era of social media, fake life, competition. People are just, people can do something just to pepper them, not really
Mm.
because they have that intent of doing that
Absolutely.
thing through
Mm-hmm.
intent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you look at things like this, you see those signs around it. Do
Mm-hmm.
you understand?
Mm-hmm.
People are just, I don't know, just like the last caller said, we should learn from life.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people, if even though we don't even like our politicians in Nigeria today, trust me, if you go and ask their wives, those so-called fraudulent rich men, example, or considered to be successful in Nigeria, for instance, if you go and ask their wives originally when they married those men were not the best looking men at the time. Do you understand? Our own parents choose their own husbands like that. In today's world, people are just about things. I told you there are some people that will just marry somebody because of how that person will look on Instagram post. It might sound funny. I'm telling you, there are people who will just go and say, I want to marry, I want to do this ceremony like this just to pepper the crowd, or my own will be like this. I'm not saying we shouldn't do well, but I'm saying what is the intent? So, with that being said, I know that this lady spent a lot of money in her marriage. Am I correct?
100
You
million
know,
to be
thank you.
precise.
Thank you. So, yes, what I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes, I'm not saying this man has this money. Women being successful is not a problem. A man being successful or struggling is not a problem. It's just for our women also to understand there's a limit to which a plane can go, just as you've been saying since this show started. That's why you
Mm-hmm.
said you made that statement that money cannot buy love.
Mm-hmm.
So why the money cannot even buy love is because most times where they are even putting that money is not really the true love. Let's say, for instance, this woman will not come out now and say, I gave 100 million for a business for me and this man to run or something, but rather for a wedding. So that
Yes, so
already can tell you
it's
that,
what you know. It's to pepper them.
yes,
Oh.
it's
Pepper
just to
them.
pepper them.
Yes,
Do
so
you understand? So the money is,
Instagram. Hmm.
yes, the money is for the fame.
Yes.
So, we men, I'm a man. That's why I'm talking. So I want my sisters who are listening to me to understand this. If you are doing something with a man, celebration or anything, don't, make sure that he parts in that celebration. Don't do it the way that, because some of us men, even though we can afford that thing, we are not really interested in what you're interested in. Do you understand my point? So you want to do a wedding with somebody, let's say the man say, oh, I can just bring $5,000. That is what I can bring, or $10,000. But you and the woman, you want to spend $30,000. It doesn't equal. It doesn't equal. So this whole material the man is wearing, all these things the man is doing, high level lace and all this kind of stuff, the woman did all this just for the fame.
Hmm.
And at the end of the day, the whole thing is jogodo. Do you
Yes,
understand my
so
point,
because
Auntie B?
instead of them to spend time on the things that matter,
Matter.
sustaining the marriage, like premarital counseling, going to people that, know him, like somebody, the previous caller said about people that can hold him accountable,
That is it.
mentors. They don't invest in things like that. It's on the wedding, bringing Wasiu and paying. How much millions do you need to bring Wasiu now to the wedding? It's all about aesthetics, the outside. Hi, Chineke. Hmm.
Yes, that is it. That is it, Auntie B. So please, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Uh-huh. So that is it. That is why I just called in. I called in not just to add my voice for our beautiful women out there and to understand that the reason why it will not work if you forward your money to a man like this is because sometimes the things you think you're even spending your money on is not really interesting to that man. Oh. I'm telling you the truth. Do you understand me, Auntie B? You
Yes,
know?
so. Mm.
Yes. I have seen somebody say that the wife is ready eh, to buy him clothes. But with for I'm not saying it's a good thing for a woman to give man money, oh, but if he needs money for another thing that people will not see, the woman will not do it.
They
So that
invest
already
in the wedding instead of the marriage.
right instead of the marriage.
Yes, they
So
don't prepare for the marriage. Yeah.
yeah, so please listen to Auntie B. Listen to Auntie B. All she's saying, she's doing all these things because we are tired of coming here, failed marriage there. You understand? Women being used and all those kind of stuff. Mogo Park. You
Hmm.
can never, you can never change a man in marriage. That window that God has given you to see his character, his attitude before that marriage, that is the time that you have. And also know that for an African man, mostly, especially Nigeria man, a typical Nigerian man, if you are even giving him money, he thinks that you are buying his birthright.
Mm-hmm.
That is just the truth. He might not tell you. That is what he thinks, that you are buying his birthright.
Mm-hmm.
So most men don't even like it when you are doing all those financing things, doing spending that money, doing things when they know that obviously
They
those
will
who know
enjoy
them know
it. They
that.
will take it. Some of those men, like this uncle now, they will take it, but it
Mhm.
doesn't mean that they will love you.
No, they will not love you. So
Mm.
you can't buy it. So please, let us just let us. I pray for them. I don't know what
Yeah.
their situation is right now,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
know that the woman spent a lot of money too
Yes.
on the
Yes.
kukuba,
And it's only
right?
2 months that the marriage lasted. Imagine
Hmm.
going to take loan to do marriage that lasted 2 months. Child.
Imagine. You see,
My show.
just for the fame, just to do
Please
pepper
invest on
them.
the marriage ahead. Don't invest on wedding. No, wedding
Eh?
is not something.
It's
Wedding you can do
nothing.
it with.
Do
All
what
you
you
need
can
is
do and
a
live
minister,
there.
the person.
Eh?
You don't even need any party. You don't need to do a shobi. You don't need nothing to marry.
Auntie B, how many people are really coming there that truly have your interest?
But you saw now, hey,
Eh?
Brabby, you were not here yesterday. The wedding was massive. Come and see party. Not be small party, oh. But when she
Imagine.
now went to Third Mainland Bridge and wanted to fly,
Yes.
now only strangers food that place.
I saw those Okada men. You didn't know what they were thinking. They saw
Mhm.
a Lexus by the
Mhm.
bridge. They were
Yeah,
like, see this woman will get money if he buy food tank for this Nigeria. Now wants to jump bridge. Ekbele o.
now so,
You know,
the rich also cry.
the rich also cry.
That's
Okada
life.
man they wonder, say, what go drive a woman with Lexus? I know I watched that video, it was a Lexus Jeep now, something
Yes,
like
now.
that.
Yes.
Mhm.
She packed it in the bridge.
She parked it in the bridge, wanted to jump.
Yeah.
Okada men were holding her. She wore black. So I was
Yes.
not like, see this rich woman now.
Before she even go the bridge, she don't leave message. The time is like a goodbye message. I'm telling you, it's by the grace of God that this woman is here today. Oh.
Yes, now.
Make una
She
not dey
has
take
spent,
mental health like a joke. People that are
yes,
laughing
now.
and say, "Oh, she be no one fly." Mental
Eh?
health, eh? If it happen to you, now you go know.
Now you
You
go
don't know
know.
the time you go do things, you no go know.
You not go know.
You cannot
Depression.
know finish your eye go clear. And that
Auntie
thing where they
B.
go even this woman for
E-
don't delete.
Yes, now. Now let wedding spend money for. She see spend money for cucumber. For cucumber to rise. You know, green rise.
Oh, brother Bill, you see that video, ba? All the in fact, I get show tomorrow where I want to
All
talk
the
about.
bobo mushe where she don't buy. How
Yes,
many million?
yes.
Cucumber no green rise.
Yes. You get one man now when I want to talk him matter tomorrow. The man don't delete.
Yes.
Eh? You know what? In why? Okay, like the show. I'm going to do that show tomorrow. Make I just May I even Brabio, you there here now? You even bring the matter because that matter yesterday when we were doing the show, they come to tell our uncles. I say, when Farida they show all this agbo and everything, my heart can't
Mm.
cut. I say, all this thing no go cause liver problems. So they're too
Uh-huh.
many. You understand?
Yes.
I say this thing too many. Oh, all these things so is safe. It's because you know, say na Nigeria within, I know they test them. And
Yes.
because women they desperate, men they desperate, they want solution. Some people go put anything, alum, different kinds of chemicals when you were not supposed to ingest. They go put them more. They go put them to sell those agbo. Make I show
You
you
see?
something. Make I show you
And
something. I want to show you something because
okay.
you raised the issue of one thing. Tomorrow I want to do that show.
You know?
I want to do that show. Make I
Another
show you.
thing.
The man
Yes.
don't delete oh. This matter why they tell you so.
You see, huh?
Rabio. Wait now, hold on. He don't delete already. The one say when he go there, when he going out, so she had many people sign on to me already. Now this matter, can you say it?
Yes.
The woman thought say he and the man they separated.
Hmm.
Wahala too much for the marriage, they got separate.
Mm-hmm.
He said the time when he reached there, when he go the man, he said the kind of agbo where he see there. Let me come scroll, I can't zoom in for that casket where you see for that corner when the
You
man dey
see?
inside. So now older man. He
Hmm.
said the kind of agbo where he see for the man house,
Hmm.
not be small.
You see,
So
huh?
now this matter I want me to talk about him
You
because
spend all the money on that bow.
he spent money on agbo. No woman there to take care of her. You know, say most of these our uncles, they not sabi cook, they not sabi take care of themselves. You know, they go doctor.
Eh.
The man delete oh. So the point the woman was making in this post is that he said by the time when the man delete now, all the people when they did there and that time when their wahala be the happen, when they ginger am, they not
Right.
did there. Now she they call. If the man don't
Hmm.
even remember to change am as next of kin.
You see?
Now she still go hospital, go meet am. She can't even they cry, say I beg, no delete, I beg. We can make
No.
things right. We make mistake. You treat me bad, but it's not the end of the world. Now you be the father of my children. But it's too late. The next day, the man delete. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So all those agbo,
Agbo. And
all those
Auntie B.
agbo, maybe they careful.
Auntie B.
Mm.
Also make women still know one secret as a mama giving her one code. You know what they call it happen to na women, but more reason for man side too. There's what they call desensitization. You
Mhm.
see, some of these men, they don't already they desensitize with either a particular woman. As a woman, one thing to watch out for. Sometimes, not say the level where you spend money for no work for another area. Maybe not fit work for your own area again.
Mhm.
You know, say that thing be like brake pad. If you
Mhm.
go buy brake pad for tire, no be Toyota brake pad, you know, if you put on for inside Mercedes Benz. Do you understand me? So some of these level kokuba, if man not dey feel you again, one thing where you go take know, one area where you feel quick detect, be
Mm.
say that excitement, that desensitization don't come. Blood not dey go that thing again. See, some men, if their level not dey stand like this way, you go surprise for the other level when you change vehicle, say another person level. Now the thing will just go.
Brother Bio, I don't know what you they talk. I not be man, so I don't understand all this level
No,
and
what
break
I'm
bad way they
yeah,
talk.
what
But
I'm
I'm
saying
sure
is yes,
you're onto something. You
yes,
are
I'm up
saying
to
something.
something.
Uh-huh.
Yes, people are listening, they're understanding. And to be not worry, even if you don't understand, they go understand. So it's just like you remember that thing when woman go tell you, say, oh, this particular man, once I just see him, my body go make biri biri. This other person, I know they feel like again. I don't know if it makes sense. So, what am I trying to say here? You will be woman, they go spend money for agbo, for man where you don't already see, you know they feel you because that man not really send that woman, no,
See,
he
now
not
the
send
agbo
that.
be this.
See
Now the
agbo
agbo be
now,
that.
eh?
You see agbo. Now wait, I want talk tomorrow be that. I not to say agbo no good though. There's nothing
Traveling
wrong with
bag. This one a full traveling bag of agbo. See,
nothing no dey there. Nothing.
Jesus is Lord.
But the point is, can you really trust all these things? From you say they go Ogun State, they go waiting state, all the states for Southwest,
Yes,
they go around to the collect agbo. Hmm? You hear
yes,
me?
yes.
Meanwhile, the man they busy they talk for corner say, in the fit carry people outside now because you old. And because your
Right.
body be like 80-year-old woman, hey,
Right.
but I be we don't want to go through that thing because waiting
So
for this couple matter
yeah. So
hard.
we thank God for the lessons, and we don't lend our voice. Auntie B, thank you for the show again, and thank you for
Thank you, my
everything that you
brother.
do.
Yeah, thank
Mona just Mona did the Mona keep um pray
Farida.
for me. We go
Mm,
talk.
yes, thank you. Thank you so much, brother Abiyo. I appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you. So we don't do 2 hours. I'm ending now. Thank you, everybody that has called into the show. I appreciate you. Tomorrow, I want to cover that story. It's a very, very sad story. I want as many brothers who are available. It's going to be in the evening, our usual time, 7 p.m. UK time, right? Please join me for that show tomorrow. There are so many lessons in this story because it's so, so sad. Sometimes when people they push you, and when you're our guys, they're not going to be there for you. They will not be there for you. So be careful. Be very, very careful. So, I mean, women don't do many things, and will continue to do many things for love. I give you many example. One Mongo Park, before I come up for here, I want to show you this one. I posted this today. I wanted you guys to see it because it's about what a Mongo Park said. You know, when you talk about first love, right? Okay. Some people don't share their own. Some people don't talk about their own story about first love. My own first love experience of Mongo Park. Now, what you tell me with this? You know, he said, he can't quote Bible for me, tell me, say, me no know what Genesis chapter 3, verse 16 talk, say, he talks, say, to the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In pain, you shall bring forth children. This is what happened after Adam and Eve when they shop apple for Garden of Eden. But ignore the first part where I talk because they're relevant to this conversation. The part that is relevant is that this guy legit told me that your desire shall be for your husband and he shall rule over you. That time I still small now, I don't understand. I say, rule over you. But it's good for you to have a mind of your own in terms of being able to think. I can't think and say, rule over you in what way? Now, much later, I understand. Say, this was the punishment that God gave after Adam and Eve sinned, which the blood of Jesus has already nullified. So, if anybody is telling you that somebody will rule over you, this is what my first love experience showed me. Imagine if I married that first love experience. I can tell you with my full chest that that person has been married 1, 2, 3. So on the third one, in fact, at a point, he married 2 wives. Okay? 2 wives, now he married at a point. Mongo Park, extraordinary. Me, with my young self, don't know nothing. Hey, thank God for deliverance. He said your desire will be for your husband and he will rule over you. We never even marry. He's not even married me. He's not going to meet my parents. Me, I was doing boyfriend and girlfriend, of which my parents said were not happy about. My mom is telling me, go to school and read book. Me, I'm doing boyfriend on the side. Eh? Yeah. So we're no longer, if you're a Christian here, we're no longer under the curse. That was a curse. And the blood of Jesus died that we might be free. So, yeah. No longer under the curse. No longer under the curse. We have liberty. The blood of Jesus has nullified all that. So don't let anybody manipulate you spiritually to tell you, say, your desire will be for your husband. So if you know feel sleep, you know feel, hey, my boyfriend, hey, the person I love. No, that's not healthy. It's not. You should have peace. A good relationship should give you peace. A good relationship will make you better. A good relationship should build you. A good relationship should make you be better. A good relationship should be the one that you are not going to be running helter skelter trying to borrow money to do wedding. Any man that will allow you to go and borrow money, because if he was a good man, he will be telling you, don't borrow money, oh. Let's do I'll give it to him that a lot of people were saying that he did wanted a small wedding, but it's the auntie that wanted to pepper them. Why are you borrowing money to do wedding? Why? Women, why? What are you trying to prove? Why do you like to pepper too much? Who are you peppering? At the end of the day, now the marriage, we're not laughing at her, but marriage has collapsed now, and you are left with the basic to pay. That's the uncle. I went to look for this video while we're on the show. He's put his page private before his page was open. You know, he was the one that said yesterday when we were doing the show that fracas has started. You don't see fracas now. He's seeing fracas now. That's him. So my point is, let us just be kind. Do unto others as you want them to do to you. What you know that you cannot take, don't do it to another person. I so much believe in, treating people the way you want to be treated. And that's just it. If we can only be treating people the way we also want to be treated, the world will be a better place. Black people, we are not kind to one another. I don't know why. I was reflecting on it today and I realized that the reason why, you know, black women are so disrespected is because the black man is the one that keeps putting the black woman down. Caucasian men, they uplift their women. They put their women in high pedestal. They honor their women. They respect their women. An African American woman who follows me here sent me something and said, you see the reason why the African American woman has this stigma is because of the way the African American man has portrayed the woman. You are the ones that will say, these are my sisters. These are my mothers. You are the one that will honor. You don't expect anybody to honor a property that belongs to you or something that you hold that you don't value. If you don't value something, nobody will value that thing. Black men, I challenge you today. I know that it's not all of you that are Mongo Park. There are good. Some of you are very good. You understand this. The hate between us as a gender is too much. When you begin to love us, you respect us, you treat us good, other parties, other races will see us as they'll see the value in us. Stop putting us down. We are your daughters, we are your mothers, we are your sisters. Stop putting us down. Allow the black woman to breathe. Just gonna say that and leave it there. It's something to think about. Please reflect on it. Thank you so much, everyone. I shall see you tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. GMT, the normal time. Let me play that video again. I feel like I have to do it. I have to do it. That's the uncle. You can see that he's a party person that likes parties, and I'm sure he has his own good points. The mistake that Phaedra made was that she was the one that was marrying him. She didn't allow the man to marry her. She married him. And a woman should not be marrying a man. A man should be the one that will marry you. So I hope we can learn from that. He just came out of jail. He had a lot of work to do on himself. And she gave him a soft landing and treated him like she's a mother. So what do you expect? It never ends well. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this show tonight or this afternoon, give us a thumbs up. Send me a super chat. I'm doing very well. I'm trying. We're doing this to educate more people so they don't fall victims. And I'm sending love and light to Phaedra, wherever she is. Farida, the Lord will uphold you. The Lord will keep you. Please go to therapy. Go and heal. You have a lot of brokenness within you. You need to go and heal and get better. Don't jump into another marriage or relationship again until you love yourself enough to know that you are enough. You are enough. Marriage is an icing on the cake, my sister. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are successful. You are hardworking. People say very good things about you, that you're always helping people, that you are nice. You are a good person. Those children that you've adopted, love them. They will honor you in your old age. Don't put yourself at risk by going to try to do IVF with your heart condition. You say you have a heart condition, but you are so desperate to have babies biologically. Why? Don't do that to yourself, my sister. Those children that you've adopted, they are your children. Don't listen to whatever anybody is saying in Nigeria. Take care of those children. They will take care of you. You are enough. You are enough. I pray that God will heal every heart that is broken here. But just know that marriage is a blessing, but it's an icing to the cake. God has already made you to be enough. You are enough as a woman. You are enough as a man. When you find the person that complements you, that will help you in the life journey, then that's an icing to the cake. But without that, you are enough. I hope you got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Don't forget my online business. If you want to start your own business, don't forget, go to Bridget Ekpo, www.bridgetekpo.com. Join me and let's build our fortune together. We started an online digital business, Daddy Y and I want to encourage you to check it out. There's a webinar that you can go to and learn a bit more about it. It's very, very easy. It's flexible. It's global. It's legitimate business, easy to do. If you want a side hustle that can make you money, check out www.bridgetekpo.com and let's rise together. I will see you guys at the top. Make sure you go on that website, www.bridgetekpo.com, and join Daddy One and I as we begin the journey of building our own business. Yes, it's legitimate business. Don't be saying, don't be so afraid. You need to take the risk. There is nothing you can achieve you can't make money without taking some level of risk, calculated risk. So join me and let's do this together. And of course, World Remits is the app that you need to download to send money to Nigeria. I'm going to be showing you guys the building project or my house project. Not building, I'm not building, I'm buying. I'll be showing you guys in the next few weeks. Keep it locked down here. You will see what I'm doing. I'm already looking at a couple of houses and I will show you guys what I am doing. I'm sending money to Nigeria. You can use World Remit app, download it today, and get my discount. If you're in the UK, it's Obodo UK. In Canada, Obodo Canada, that's Obodo CA. In the US, it's Obodo US. And if you're in Europe, Obodo EU. Send money for your projects, send to family and friends, and use my code. It's easy, it's flexible, and you can do it anywhere easily. Send money to your accounts and send money to loved ones, and let's get this show on the road. Yeah, I'll be showing you that my house project very, very soon. I sent quite a bit now, so let me tell you how far I'm doing. I need encouragement, so you can encourage me. I will show you in very soon. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to rest now, and I'll see you tomorrow evening. I love you guys. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and do share this video. If there's somebody you know that needs to hear what we are teaching here, we are teaching, no, we're not wasting our time. Somebody needs to hear this. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and I will see you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye. Chidima, thank you very much, my darling. Rebecca Hills, you know I love you. Tipe tipe. God bless you. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye. I don't go Tilly. You want my diet plan? Okay. Subscribe and use the word remit before I share with you what I did. Okay. Go to bridgetekpo.com and join my business, and then I will tell you. Oh, God bless you. It's to Nigeria. They are promoting it massively for Nigeria now. Yeah, I can see you, Evelyn. Yeah, but I think you can use it to Cameroon as well. But for now, the codes are only for Nigeria. Okay? All right. Thank you. Bye, guys.